to our third night of translation, the real translation, the real breakdown of the book of Revelation, part 3. From chapter 16 to chapter 22, we're going to go straight through. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz, and this is State of Mentel Radio. And as I said, this is a book of future intelligence. This is not a religious book. This is not a spiritual book. This is not a book that's to be taken lightly. This is a book of evolution, talking about a new people coming out of an old people, a new race coming out of the black race, an evolution. The 144,000 represents a race of new people, a God race, a race of men and women who will advance in their intelligence and will receive power on earth, the power of the true and living God, who is an intelligent being, an intelligent man who walks with an intelligent race of people. This is not a religious book, I repeat. This is not one of your holy of holies. This is not about a bunch of niggas in the church dancing up and down and singing and rocking back and forth while some slick back-headed coon passes a plate around and collect y'all goddamn money. You understand? This is not no revival. I'm not a religious man. Don't get it twisted. This is a future. I'm going to repeat it again. This is a future intelligence book speaking about the rising of a new people out of the black race who will be destroyed. The majority of our people will be destroyed, and we're going to give it to our people raw and uncut because, as I said, the black race today, different than the damn beast. Different than the white man, the rest of the human race. You understand? So an elect has to come out. Just as an elite, just like the other races within the human race, they've gone through a somewhat of a semi-evolution where some of the people have come out of them, and you have the elite of the white race that then come out who are now in control of the planet via your Illuminati or your Sacred 10, your Satanists, who controlling the submental state on this planet. We have to go through our own evolution too as the black race, whereas the bright ones are going to come out, the elect are going to come out. So we're going to break this down. This is what the book of Revelation is talking about because it's revealing the birth or the rise of the evolution of a new people known as the elect, meaning the elect or the chosen ones or the electrified ones, the chosen. Who chose these people? The Amen beings. Based on what? Judgment. What is judgment short for? Judgmental, meaning that these advanced intelligent beings are judging the minds of our people today to see who will continue, whose bloodline will continue into the future and whose will not. The majority of the black race bloodline will not continue. This is why you're seeing all of these things going on today where our people are dying off, being shot down by each other, dying in natural disasters or unnatural disasters due to the heart machine and the Illuminati doing this. So this is all taking place. I wanted to make a correction from yesterday where I talked about the word Abaddon. The word Abaddon, which is a Hebrew word which translated in the Greek to Apollyon, that means destruction, right? Because we're going through a destruction and a reconstruction of the planet. Everything is being rearranged and reconstructed. So everything that you see going on the earth with death and famine and unnatural and natural disasters that are killing off the people, this is all not part of a natural progression from the God race, from God himself, the true and living God, whose real name is Amen. All right? The Illuminati is serving a purpose in bringing about this new world order. The new world order is the order of the God race who's coming here from the future into the present to make their kingdom, their new order, take precedent over the old. They're going to advance things on this planet, and only the elect will continue of our race. The elect is with the 144,000 will be the new governors of the planet. So let us continue. We're starting from 16. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of wrath of God upon the earth, meaning that those 7 messengers, not the angels, is translated for the word messengers, meaning these 7 men who will come here, who will receive the intelligence of the true and living God, Amen, in their forehead, will receive telepathic thoughts to teach that word or that knowledge of the future. That's the vials that's being talked about that would come out of their mouths, they would pour out, because they're talking about prophecy and things to come. They said to pour it out onto the earth to let the people know and prophesy, talk about the future destruction to come and the rebirth of a new world and a new planet. And the first went and poured out a vial upon the earth, and there fell noisome or grievous sores upon men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Let me see. And then grievous sores upon them. That's talking about a lot of the sexually transmitted diseases and things of that nature, the grievous sores and things like that. A lot of diseases and viruses and things like that on the people who had the mark of the beast, meaning his way of thinking in your head, how people are about sex and things of that nature. And it said that sores upon men which had the mark of the beast, upon which they worshipped his image. That's dealing with your ways of thinking. You've accepted his ways of thinking in your forehead, and you have his image in your head. And the second angel poured out a vial upon the sea, right? Meaning the water or the future. And it became as blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. That's talking about the black race in the future, because the sea is a metaphor for the future. Because as I said, the solid ground is the past and the present, meaning the things that are already in a foundation, meaning that they are already hard and they are already set in stone. The sea represents the future because the sea is not solid. That's like same way the water is not solid, where you can actually step on it and you fall through. As you step on dry land, you're going to be able to stand on something because it's solid. The sea represents the future, and it's talking about the death of our people. That's why, and you know it's our people because it mentions the souls of people dying. That's our people, and our people are dying. The souls of our people are dying in the future. Okay. Every living soul died in the sea, meaning that every living soul of the black race will die in the future. The majority of our people who are not in tune, who are not of this elect, will die out. Their genetic will die out because in the evolution, when you having people who are advancing in their intelligence, you're going to have some of our people who are not going to make it mentally because they're not going to be able to do what they're supposed to do in the future, which is to receive higher intelligence. So in the future, it's just saying that the souls of our people, that's signifying the black race, the old children, the old Israel, they're going to die out in the future. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains and waters and became blood, meaning that the rivers, the fountains, and the fountains, and the water. That's talking about, again, future knowledge and whatnot. Also talking about all the things that we're going to be hearing. A lot of it is going to be talking about death. A lot of the word and the intelligence and things is going to be talking about death and destruction. Yes, it's going to be a lot of death and destruction here. That's what it's talking about in the water, in the fountains, and things like that. Because that's a metaphor for. Because, like I said, words pour out of people's mouths like water, like flowing water. So it's talking about these words is going to pour out blood, meaning death, right, and sacrifice. And I heard the angel of the water say, "Thou art righteous." When they say the angel of the water, means the messengers of the future. The water represents the future, right? The waters say, "Thou art righteous, O Lord, art thou, waste thou shalt be, because thou hast judged us." Yeah, judgment. Judging the minds of the people. That's what judgment is short for, judgmental. Judging the minds of the people to decide whether they will continue. And for they have shed blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. It said they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. It's talking about the beasts, how they shed the blood of the righteous ones of our people, and that they were worthy to shed the blood of our people. Some of our people, blood will be shed for this evolution to take place. You understand? And that the beast is worthy to shed the blood because he shed a lot of blood on the planet. All right? They were chosen to bring death to the planet. You know, because the God race, like I said, they don't look at killing people off as like you would think, oh, somebody dying and stuff like that. They look at killing people off as making room for new people to come. And they just saying they gave the job to the beast to do it because he shed the blood on the planet. And I heard another out of the altar say, "Even so, Lord God Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments." Right? Meaning that the judgments of the Amen beings are righteous, meaning they right and exact. It's supposed to happen like that. Though a lot of the people going to have a problem with it. Like I said, you religious people, y'all ain't going to like the way this book is breaking down, because you ain't going to like the fact that it's a future intelligence book and it's not dealing with your religion, and it's talking about death and destruction and the beginning of a new people, because the majority of you people are not going to exist in the future, nor are your beliefs. So y'all going to have a problem with this book. But they said the judgment of these beings is righteous. You understand? Because evolution is real. Our people have to move on. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, right? Meaning the light and the power was given unto him to scorch the men with fire. That's talking about this intelligence that came out of the sun, this light, this solar intelligence that came out. And he said it was scorching the men with fire, meaning the truth that was coming out of this was burning up these people's teachings and their doctrines, and burning these people, tearing up everything and exposing them for the lies that they were teaching. That's what it's talking about, was scorch these men with fire, because the fire represents the truth. You understand? Fire represents the truth. This all of the solar, all the knowledge, the true knowledge, the real knowledge, this man-made philosophy comes through the sunlight. It is being passed through the God rays through the sunlight, because light carries messages, and the messages that are being carried on the sunlight are the messages of the future, which is true knowledge, and it's going to scorch the lives of man and his religious beliefs and all the things in the circle. It's going to burn them. It's going to scorch them. And men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of God. Yeah, exactly. Goes back to your religious people. They being exposed in this day and time, and they're going to blaspheme the name of God by trivializing God. You understand, making him some about some prosperity preaching and some nonsense, and somebody taking your money and niggas living up on your money and talking about God is about money and chasing money and blah, blah, blah. So that's, like I said, these men are being burned like these Creflo Dollars who beat up on his daughter, and that nigga Eddie Long and the rest of these clowns. They're going to be exposed. And these white ones and all of them, Jimmy Swagg and all these guys were exposed. The Catholic Church, all these guys are being exposed. White, black, blue, purple, they all being exposed as, and they being scorched by the fire, by the truth. Right? Let me see. Men scorch men with fire, scorch men with fire, and men were scorched with the great heat, and blaspheme the name of God, and hath power over these plagues, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory, meaning that they're not going to stop doing what they're going to do. They're going to still keep teaching lies. All right? No matter how much you out them, no matter how much they get blown up, they're going to still keep telling lies, because they can't stop lying right now. You understand? They can't stop lying. They're going to keep telling lies to get your money to and doing the things they're doing and causing confusion. You understand? When the guard race trying to straighten out the confusion, because how do you get truth? How do you move things forward if there is no order? You cannot get a righteous order on earth if you have a bunch of niggas bringing confusion. You understand? And a lot of these niggas work for the beast to cause confusion. You understand? With all these false religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Freemasonry, all this nonsense. Like I said, these people are causing confusion. All right? Let me continue. And men were scorched with the fire with power over the plagues. They did not repent and not give glory to him glory. They didn't give the true God honor and glory. They didn't give him glory because they wanted to keep on teaching what they was teaching. All right? And the fifth angel poured out a vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and gnawed their tongues with pain. This means that there was ignorance on the planet when it said that he poured out the vial, meaning the truth, on the seat of the beast, which is America. That's the seat of the beast, right? And the kingdom was full of darkness, meaning ignorance, right? This is the darkness that's full. Look at our people today. Chris Brown, Rihanna, all kind of stupidity. We in darkness right now as the black people, and the world is in darkness with stupidity, right? And ignorance under that submental state. That's the darkness. There's no light here. There's no truth here. There's no intelligence. But that's going to come out of the elect, the 144,000. And they gnawed their tongues with pain, right? Meaning that they control the words of the people, right? And they control the things that came out of their mouth. Okay? And blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not their deeds. Meaning they cursed God, cursed the true and living God, Amen, because these niggas is no longer going to be on their throne getting what they want. They're going to, like I said, they're going to be punished. They're going to lose everything. And they're going to curse God. You understand? Because the God they were serving was the false God set up in religion by the beast, where they was riding in Mercedes Benzes and everything was about materialism and whatnot. All that's going to be taken away from them. You understand? And these niggas going to curse God. You understand? They're going to curse God because these niggas, they all got to go. And it ain't just the like I said, it ain't these prosperity pimps and preachers, be the white ones. All that's coming down in order for the truth to come out. Because whenever the truth is present amongst lies, the lies are going to be destroyed. And these people represent lies. And you people that's following them, y'all represent lies. You niggas that sitting around talking about y'all waiting on y'all blessing and whatnot, a.k.a. your material bullshit that you want from the reverend. You understand? Or some prayer so that you can get a car or a new job or your kid can get off drugs. That's a bunch of lies that y'all following. It's not about that. It's about breeding a new race of people. That's what it's always been about, putting us in that straight and narrow path toward becoming that God race. And like I said, this book is raw and uncut, and my language is raw and uncut. It's not for the religious people, and it's not for the spiritual people, because those people are full of shit. I'm gonna just say it like that. You understand? This ain't no religious book. This ain't coming out nice. All right. And blaspheme God and heaven because their pains they got repented, and they repented not their deeds. And the sixth angel poured out a vial upon the great river Euphrates, right? And the water there was dried up, and the way of the kings of the east might be prepared, meaning that a lot of the water from the east, the Euphrates and things like that, that's going to be dried up. There's going to be a drought. You understand? In the east, and those kings of the east, they're going to be cursing God too. The Euphrates River and the water is going to be dried up, and the sixth messenger is going to prophesy about the drought in the east. All right, because out of that, because you need water to sustain life. You know. And the kings of the east might be prepared. And shall three unclean spirits and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs came out of the mouth of the dragon, right? And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. What is out of the mouth of the dragon? That's China. And out of the mouth of the beast, that's America. Out of the mouth of the false prophet, that is your prosperity preachers. They all represent the false prophet. You understand? That represents your religious leaders. You understand? Or a.k.a. the Catholic Church. You understand? That's your false prophet. You understand? All these people represent your false prophet. You understand? And they said that the frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. What does the frog represent? Lies. Because what does frog? Like I said, what do frogs do? They jump. And their language jumps and it flows, and just like lies flowing out of their mouth. You understand? All lies. The frog represents lies because frogs jump out, and these people lie so much it's like their lies is jumping out of their mouth. You understand? Everything out of their mouth is a lie, back to back to back. Same way the frog jumps back, jumps. These people lie out of their mouth, back to back to back. All lies coming out of their mouth. All right? Let me see. And for they are the spirits of the devil, right? Meaning when they say the spirits of the devil, meaning they're the spirits of the demented ones, the evil ones, or the negative ones, the ones who are for the confusion. You understand? They carry the power of or going against the power of the fusion of the coming together of the people. They want to hold power. So anything that's against the fusion or against the God race, anybody that's going against that, because these people, like I said, they want to hold power. You understand? And being that they want to hold power, being that they want to stay in control, they're going to go against anything that's about the evolution of the people. You know, the elite up the ladder, they playing out their part, but someone at bottom ladder, because they not all in tune together. I'm gonna tell you right now, your elite, even though they together, they all not in tune. Some of them in the middle section, they want to hold power. The other elite, they just following orders. They bringing about the end of things. But like I said, they all not in unison together. You understand? It's even turmoil and disunity coming amongst them. Okay, let me continue. For they have the spirit of the devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the God Almighty. In other words, they're going to try to get the people on earth to fight against the coming of the Amen beings. They're going to tell you, like in the, these movies, that when the Amen beings come, it's aliens coming, it's World War III. It's going to be. They're going to try to get everybody patriotic and everybody unite to fight the coming of the Most High, of the Amen beings, the future race. But they're not going to be able to fight that. You understand? They're going to tell you that these are aliens. It's like how they did Independence Day. And if you notice, they pushed Will Smith, the black man, up to fight the aliens. You understand? Because they want the black man out there fighting his own evolution. You understand? They want the black man out there fighting his own evolution. What the hell a black man doing fighting anything that's coming here to take over? As if the black man really got a stake on this goddamn planet. What the hell you care? Might be something better coming for to take over this planet. Might put you in some kind of authority over the beast. But they got the simple-minded nigga, Will Smith. He fighting against the evolution or the coming of of another order trying to take over the planet. Why would you fight against that? You ain't in charge of nothing. So anything got to be better than this. At least if you got to go back in the bond, at least the beast will be next to you in bondage. You understand? He won't be over you. You understand that? But they want the nigga to fight against that. They put the black man. Why? That was all symbolic. That's telling you that they want the black man to fight against the evolution that's coming on the planet. That's why they made Will Smith the hero of that movie. What is it called? Something Day. What is it? Independence Day. Independence Day. Right? So, against his independence. Could have been against his own independence. Anyway, let me continue. The miracles and that great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Meaning, blessed are the people who keep it, or those people who are not partaking, who have, become that blank slate and who have not partaken in these things that the rest of the people on the planet are taking part in, the people that are following the mentality of the beast. They said keep your garment, meaning keep your garment blank, keep your garment white. Because the garment, when they keep talking about the garment of the elect, that's what they're talking about, the white garment, meaning do not stain your garment with the ways of the beast, his philosophy, his religious beliefs, his politics, his lies. Don't stain your robe, or don't stain your clean slate with his ways. You understand? Make yourself blank receivers for the intelligence of the true and living God. So let me continue. They said, lest ye walk naked and they see his shame. Right? They said without keeping that robe and whatnot, keeping that slate blank, you're going to start being like these people, and you'll be put to shame. Right? And he gathered them together in a place called Hebrew, and he gathered them together into a place called in Hebrew Armageddon. Right? Meaning he, the Son of Man, gathered the elect, the 144,000, a new race of people together in a place called Armageddon. Armageddon means the end or the destruction, the end of the world. Armageddon, from the word Megiddo. And the seventh angel poured out his vial. Now we're on the seventh messenger, because that's when the 144,000 would be gathered finally, and they would be selected. They're being selected already. The elect are being selected already amongst the people, because we're going through an evolution here. And the seventh angel messenger poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, out of the new government, or out of the new world that's coming down. You understand? Out of the temple of heaven. And the throne saying, it's done. It is done. Meaning the transformation is complete. Because everything that is going on, that's going to go on, that's going to go forward with our people, is part of the transformation. This is that's why I said don't sit up here and cry about the things that's going on here, the politics, the turmoil, the death that's going to come amongst our people and on the planet of the majority of people going, because this is all has to happen. This all has to take place in the transformation of the earth and the coming up of a new people. People have to die off. The people who are not going to advance or they're not going to repent, because it's saying that these people can stop doing what they're doing, but they don't want to. That go for your black race and everything. So that squashes the thing of people saying, "Oh well, brother, they don't know no better. They ain't got to do this." No, they want to do that. That's why I say that even when you tell them the truth, these niggas, even like I said, these people in the conscious movement, these people in religion, they're gonna be like, "Oh well, whatever, I'm gonna still do me, whatever." To the end, that they not trying to hear nothing. They think this is real, so they with this. Their mind is locked into this, so they're not going into the future. Okay, so and it came across the voice in the temple. They said, "It's done," and there were voices and thunders, and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not seen since were upon the earth. So mighty, the earthquake was so great. Right? That's the shifting of that's what they keep talking about, the shifting of the continents. You understand? Things are going to be shifted because there was a shifting of the plates and things like that, where the continents broke up and whatnot, and they were caught, and they were able to get 7 continents. Another shift is going to take place again. That's what it's talking about, the earthquake and the earth moving about. The earthquakes are the plates under the earth shifting and breaking apart and forming new land masses. All right. It's going to, like I said, the earth is going to be moving. The earth is quaking because the continents are coming apart. New land masses are being formed. All right, and the great city was divided. Here we go. And the great city was divided into 3 parts. And city, I just was talking about that. And the great city was divided into 3 parts. And the cities of the nations fell. And the great Babylon became in remembrance. And the great Babylon came in remembrance before God to give unto her the cup of wine and fierceness of his wrath. In other words, the people in America, because this is the great Babylon, the people in America, they're going to be in remembrance before God, and they're going to be left desolate and naked. And they're going to be talking about remembering how America used to be, because it's not going to be that way anymore. You look at these movies, the white man telling you, the beast is telling you, he's showing you America in the fall of America. He was showing you back in the 60s in the damn Planet of the Apes, where they showed you the damn Statue of Liberty fell in the damn river. All that's coming, all that's happening. He's not making these movies for nothing. This is not his imagination. Why would he make movies about his kingdom falling? Because he's letting you know that's going to happen. He knows, he's letting you know what's coming. You understand? It's nothing that nobody can do about it. So, like I said, for you black people sitting up here focused on the kingdoms of this world and whatnot, and your 401k and all, it's not going to matter. Your religious beliefs, your deals you trying to make, your treaties you trying to make with the white man, none of that's going to matter no more. That's why I keep telling our people this is about future intelligence. Your old beliefs don't matter no more. Your Christianity don't matter no more. Your Islam don't matter no more. Your Judaism, your metaphysics, your masonry, none of that matters anymore. You understand? It's not mattering. Nobody cares anymore. You understand? It don't matter in the sight of the true and living God, the future race. They don't give a damn about that. You understand? You are here to be receivers. The elect are here to be receivers of their intelligence. That's how you serve God, by being a receiver of his word and living it out on this planet, a receiver of his intelligence and living it out and following orders, not doing your own thing, not bringing your own philosophy, because that mentality comes from the beast, causing confusion. You people that's causing confusion with your own doctrines, y'all going to be put to death, man. You understand? There's not going to be any confusion in this new world to come. Let me continue. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, in remembrance of God and the fierceness of his and the wine and the fierceness of his wrath. Right? And every island fled away, and every island fled away, and mountains were not found. Meaning, again, all these islands, everything fell away. You understand? And mountains are going to come down. Certain mountains are even going to come down. You understand? New worlds are being, when the mountains come down, that's new land masses being formed. Those mountains are going to form new land masses. You understand? That means that the 144,000, there's going to be a new government coming on the planet. And the 144,000, they're going to form a new covenant, a new tribe, a new government on the planet, and it ain't going to be no more of these governments that are here anymore. They're going to fall out of power. And this is not far-fetched, this is not crazy, because just as Egypt was in power, just as Mesopotamia, Samaria, they not in power no more. America and all these places represent the new power. So after that, after a while, America and all these other things are going to fall out of power too. You understand? They'll fall out. All these things, people that are in power, they're going to fall out of power too. Because it was a time with the Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks, they swore they was going to be in power forever. Where they at now? So don't think when you tell them about the book of Revelation, the prophets, you're talking about all these powers that are here now, the eagle, the beast, all these people are going to fall, the dragon, all these people are going to fall out of power. And they know it. They know it. You black men, you black women, y'all better prepare. Y'all don't know it. So let me continue. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, and the plague of the exceeding, and the plague therefore was exceeding great. The hail that they're talking about is falling from the sky is meteorites. You understand? It's not hail like like the hailstorm. It's talking about meteorites. Meteor showers are going to hit the planet. You understand? Like I said, this place is going to be tore up. Just as there were meteor showers that came and killed the dinosaurs, though it won't be as heavy as that, but there will be meteor showers that will come, that will tear up the planet. The beast's telling you about that. You understand? All this has to happen in order for things have to get worse in order for things to get better. All right? And there came out of the 7 angels which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. In other words, the 7th messenger was telling the 144,000, the elect, they're going to show you the judgment of this society and what they're doing. They're going to show you the judgment. You understand? They're going to show you what this society, America, what this society is going to get. What's the judgment of this society? See, because this society can't continue, reason being is because it's going backwards. All right? Here in this society, the almond beings is not with homosexuality. I mean, they allowing this here now because they're allowing the beast to kill off and get rid of a lot of the people off the planet. But in the bigger plan, the bigger scope, they'll allow the beast to do this now. But in the bigger scope of what they're trying to do in the future, they don't want that. You understand? That's why the beast can't continue, because the beast, all he gonna want to do is push homosexuality and lesbian, because that's in their genetics. You understand? They're going to want to do everything wrong. So in other words, the almond beings, the guard race is using them to do things wrong to get rid of the wrong people. But then when they decide to do things right, they're going to get rid of them, because these people can't continue in what they're doing. That's why the beast, if you notice, they trying to leave here. They trying to get out of here. They trying to escape the judgment, or they trying to mix their seed with you in this day and time. You understand? Because they trying to escape judgment. There's nothing that can be done with them in the future. Like I said, the guard race, they are thinkers. The almond beings guard them, they're thinkers. They'll be like, okay, we'll use these people. We'll use the current system that's set up to maintain this thing until a new world is coming in. We'll bring in our new world, and we'll take down this one gradually. You understand? And start replacing the new things to come in. You understand? So they got to bring this thing down gradually, because these people can't continue in power. They can't, because they're going backwards. The beast is going backwards. There was a time where he was going forward. You understand? But now he's going backwards. But that was only for a limited amount of time till the 144,000 came together, because they were supposed to be the true rulers on the planet. This was always supposed to happen. The beast was holding authority temporarily until the 144,000, the true receivers, were put in place. And that's happening right now. Okay, let me continue. And the kings of the earth, and within the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made to drink the wine of fornication, meaning that all the leaders were following this society. They all wandered after the beast. They took part in the fornication. That's why you see homosexuality all over the damn planet, because they follow in America. Homosexuality is accepted all over the planet now. Bestiality, child molestation, all that's going to be accepted all over the planet, because everybody following the beast. All right. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, meaning the Son of Man carried the seventh messenger, because the seven messengers of the seven so-called seven angels are all messengers. They all represent the Son of Man. You understand? They're all the Son of Man. Elijah Muhammad was the Son of Man. Dr. Malachi Z. York was the Son of Man. I'm the Son of Man. Son of Men are continuing to come. These are people who receive intelligence from on high. It's S-U-N because the word son means ray or receiver. It didn't mean S-O-N as in father to son. It meant S-U-N as in one who would receive intelligence or in this day and time to lead the people into the future. And each one is going to get brighter. You understand? He's going to receive more intelligence on the planet. So let me continue. So he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and let me see. And I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, meaning red, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Again, talking about this society and the leaders. Sitting on the scarlet-colored beast represents this society here, America, because the whore, this society is represented by what? The image of a woman who is a whore, right? And he had seven heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colors, right? Purple and scarlet colors. That sounds like what? That whole new world thing of that rainbow, right? In which, everything is out of order. They trying to create that new world or that asexual world. You understand? And they trying to give everything a brightness to it or a newness to it. And decked out with gold and precious stones and pearls. In other words, prosperity. Gold, precious stones, and whatnot, all the things that appeal to niggas in this society. You want the riches of the beast. You want the stones and the colors and the bright colors and everything that appeals to you. That's why I said the whore is decked out like that, because she has the material riches. And y'all want it. That's how they keep control over y'all, because y'all chasing after that. All right? That's what it says. The whore was decked out with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness and of her fornication, meaning that they serving up all this filth here in the society, the homosexuality, the lesbians, all these things in a gold cup. They making it look like it's all nice and beautiful and it's progressive and all that. And like I said, and y'all niggas is running after that. The black race, y'all with it. You understand? Israel, the children of Israel, majority of our people are with it. They with this whole materialistic thing here. Y'all gonna run after that. All right? That's all done to tempt y'all and bring y'all into this society, so y'all accept the things of this society, the homosexuality, the lesbianism, the thug life, like we're going to talk about tomorrow on State of Mental Radio, the thug life. You niggas selling drugs and shooting each other down for money, for gold, for whatever else. Y'all, that's what y'all niggas is about. You understand? Yeah, rap contracts so you niggas can get new cars and whatever and floors to get drunk and just basically do, like I said, follow the beast. Snorting cocaine, all you niggas doing all that nonsense. Y'all following the beast, man. This is the good life. This is the life y'all want to live. All right? The filthiness and fornication. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon, the great mother of harlots. Right? Abominations of the earth. Right? Like I said, what is the mysteries on her head? The religion. They keep y'all in mystery with the religion and they philosophies. That's the mystery on her head. They keep y'all in darkness. That's when it talks about the mystery. Y'all in darkness. Y'all in a state of mystery because you don't know who the true and living God is. He's a mystery to y'all. That's why y'all got all these different philosophies and all these BS doctrines that you got from the beast, because God is a mystery to you. You understand? Y'all in darkness. The black race is in darkness. That's why y'all being called the black race by the beast. Because y'all don't know who y'all are. Y'all dead receivers. Babylon, the great mother of harlots. Filth, abomination of the earth. And that's all written, they said, on the forehead of America. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus Christ. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And I wondered with great admiration, meaning that this society was drunken with the blood of the slaves and the people who sacrificed, was trying to raise the mentality of our people. This society was drunk off of their blood, meaning that they devoured these people, and they were proud of the old kingdoms and our old societies and our old nations that they devoured to build this one, and how we were allowed to go into bondage, and how a lot of you niggas helped them. You understand? How we came out of control and out of power for these people to come up, and how they devoured our people. And I wondered. And when I saw, I wondered with great admiration. You understand? Meaning that we looked and we admired what they built up off of our backs. You understand? We admired it. We can't help but to admire what the beast built up off our backs because of our stupidity. Right? And the angel said unto him, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman. Talking about, he'll tell you, the Son of Man will tell them the mystery of America, the woman. And the beast that carrieth, her, meaning that it's talking about the leaders of the earth, the elite, the beast that carry her, which hath 7 heads and 10 horns, meaning the seven leaders and the 10 nations from which they rule. And the beast that thou sawest was that the beast that thou sawest and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into the perdition. And they that dwell in the earth shall wonder, whose names were written in the book of life, the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and is yet is. In other words, it's saying that the beast will come up from this society, right, out of the bottomless pit, meaning the pit of ignorance, and go into perdition, meaning going into judgment, and dwell in the earth, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder. They will think, and whose names were written in the book of life, meaning who will be of the elect, who will be the ones who will live into the future. They're going to wonder who they are from the foundation of the world, meaning before this thing was even set in stone, the 144,000, the elect are already chosen. You understand? That's already done, right? When they behold the beast, and that was and was not and as yet, right? Meaning what's going to happen in the future, what has happened, that's the past, present, and future. What I've been talking about, what was, it says, behold the beast that was and is and what is and what yet is, past, present, and future, meaning the beast and the past, present, and what's going to come into the future. And here is the mind which hath wisdom, and here is the mind that hath wisdom, the mind. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, right? And which the woman sitteth. The 7 mountains represents the 7 kingdoms, right? And which America controls, which this society sits on, which America controls. The mountains is not real mountains. It's talking about the 7 nations from which they control, right? The 7 mountains. And there are 7 kings. Yeah, see, 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. 5 are fallen, right? That's talking about the old way. Russia is one of the 5 that fall, meaning a lot of the Rome and a lot of the other things are falling down. A lot of the other kingdoms are falling down because they don't have the power and the rulership like they had before. They don't have the same rulership. Rome is one. What is it? From the old 5. Russia is one of them because they're like a puppet government now. They're not set up the way they was before. In other words, the old rulership of the 7 heads have fallen down. So now you got 2 left. Hold on, let me check. Let me see. And there were 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet to come. The one that is is America. The other ones have fallen out of power. You understand? Russia, not Israel. It's Russia. It's Russia. There's Rome. There's Germany. Germany was one that fell under Hitler because the Germans have no more power, right? There's Germany, Russia, Rome, England. England really doesn't have any power. You understand? They used to their old rulership was the monarchy of the king and the queen. Now you have the prime minister, and then you have Israel really doesn't have any power either. The only ones that's really holding power is America. You understand? All those other countries are symbolic. Germany was one of the powers that fell out along with Russia. They don't have the same leadership anymore. All right? So America is the one that is, and one that is coming up. Right? They say that one is yet to come of the seven. All right? Let me get back to that. And the seven kings, five have fallen, and the other is yet to come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. He must continue a short space. So it's saying that the one that's coming up, that'll be the final ruler that's coming up out of that's coming up. That's going to continue on into the 144,000 arisen. So there'll be somebody else that's coming up after America. It'll be a small government or a small government that's going to continue on, and precedent is going to be set. Precedent is going to be set over these people. 9 times out of 10 is going to be coming out of South America, because a lot of the leaders of this earth, they're moving into South America, and they're going to set up a government there. You understand? Because of knowledge natural, they're moving out of the north and they're going into the south to set up a new government in South America. A lot of your elite are moving into South America. Okay? They're no longer dwelling here. They're just using this country as like an office to do business on the planet. But they're setting up in South America. That's why Chavez and them people had to go, because there's a lot of natural resources over there. They setting up. They moving. In other words, they moving out. You had what's this guy's name? Ted Turner. They allowed Ted Turner to buy up all the land from New Mexico. I think it was New Mexico and something. I forget the big stretch of land that Ted Turner owns, and he was able to buy land like the equivalent of a city from America. And he said he wanted that just so he can ride his horse through there. I think it was something up to Texas to New Mexico. I forget, but you can look on it. Look up the land that Ted Turner bought. Why are they selling pieces of America off to the rich and the elite? Because they don't care about America no more. They moving into South America, and they're going to set up society over there, and they're going to run things from South America, and they're going to set up a new government in South America. All right, and it's also talking about they coming together of where they talking about Canada. Where they talking about America, Canada, and South America coming together. Where they're going to call it, and they're going to have the one monetary system. They had like the euro. They'll have the Amero. So it'll be a new order coming from those three continents, or those three countries on the continent of North America. But it's going to be governed from South America. Okay. And the beast that was and is not, even he, the eighth, is the seventh, or is of the seven that goeth in perdition, right? Meaning they going into judgment as well under that new order for a short time being. Okay? And let me see. And the 10 horns which thou hast saw are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom, yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Right? That's going to be, like I said, that new society that's set up, that's going to be up there for a brief time, right? When, as this society is losing power, because as I said, it's not going to be about America anymore, because the fact that they put Barack Obama and they put a black man over this, that's showing that they really don't care about America no more. when they put a black man over. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's the truth. They don't care about America no more. They're shifting power elsewhere, South America and things like that. That's why people are being moved out. Chavez, all them people, they're going to be moved out. Or they've been moved out already because there is more natural resources over there. You understand? They're clearing the way and they're setting up over there. They're setting up the new police force and military over there. And the people that are going to be ruling over there, like I said, they're going to be the new kings, but they're not going to receive any power. You understand that? So the 10 horns swords, the 10 kings, which received no kingdoms as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, meaning that they all going to think together. They're all going to be in unison together, and they're going to give their power to the beast, meaning to the elect, to the elite. To the elite of the world who control it. They're going to give their power to the beast, meaning that they're going to be in allegiance together, all right, under one common market, under one money system, under one monetary system, under the euro and the Amero. They're all going to be linked up, right? These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and they that are with him are called the chosen, the faithful. That's talking about the elect and the Son of Man, right? Who will be, like I said, those 7 messengers are all representatives of the Son of Man. They're all the Son of Man. They said they're going to make war with the beast, and the Son of Man is going to overcome. How is the Son of Man going to overcome? Because he's going to receive future intelligence to beat them. He's going to receive some power on earth, some form of weapon on earth that's going to destroy them, that they're not going to have privy to or access to. It's going to come through him. It's going to be something that's going to flash in his head. They're going to give him a weapon that's going to destroy them when they come at them. They're going to receive intelligence and mental capability and power, advanced power on earth to fight the beast. Mental power and mental capabilities will be unlocked in these people, the 144,000. All right? And let me see. Because that's going to be a war between those people who want to keep control and the new world is coming in, the ones who want to keep control of the old world order and those who want to bring in the new world order. Even though the beast is working with it, he's working against it as well because he plays both sides of the fence. Now, I know that might sound confusing to certain people, but it's really not, because it's just like how the beast does in the society. He'll sit on one side of the thing and be like he's controlling the law and the order and things like that, but then on the other side he's allowing organized crime. You understand? He allowed that stuff. Like I said, you'd be like, oh, but I thought you said he was trying to bring in help in the new world order come in of God, the almond beings, but then you're saying he's against it. He works both sides of the fence. That's how the beast is. He wants to be on either side. He wants to control the other outcome. That's how the Illuminati do when they give money to one side of a country to fight, and then they give money to the other side. And then watch them fight, and then they'll just decide to stop giving money to the other side when they want them to win. They play those sides of the fence. They'll let the crime go on, and they'll put up they'll fund the police department to stop the crime. They work together on both sides. All right, same way they're gonna be doing this. They playing this one. All right. They're the chosen, the faithful. That's talking about the 144,000. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people. Where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes of nations and tongues, right? Meaning that the whole America is sitting in different countries with people speaking every different language and every tongue. They in control of the people speaking every language and every tongue. That's what it's saying when it says that they sit over multitudes and nations and tongues, meaning they sitting in different countries, controlling, right? Tongues means different languages. They controlling people in different societies. You understand? From America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, right? And the 10 horns that thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and they shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's talking about the elect, the elite. They're going to turn on America. That's what that's talking about. They're going to hate the whore, and they're going to leave her desolate, meaning they're going to bankrupt the money system. They're going to leave her desolate, and they're going to burn her with fire. That means the elite All right, your Illuminati, they're gonna turn on America. And like I said, if you notice, America is desolate already. They don't care about America no more. That's why they let a black man be in charge. They desolate already. They're gonna bankrupt the systems here. They're gonna leave it desolate and naked. And you niggas gonna be in trouble because you depending on the system. Y'all ain't gonna come together and y'all not gonna know how to survive. Y'all gonna panic. Just like y'all was doing in New Orleans, just like you was doing in Haiti, you niggas gonna panic. Y'all world gonna be over. You understand? That's gonna happen. They're gonna turn on. They're gonna turn. That's what that's saying. The elite are gonna they're gonna turn on America. This whole system, because I told you they not. Did I just say they not together? They coming to get. They even gonna come apart. Their union is gonna come apart. All right. So eat her flesh and burn her with fire. I mean, they're gonna take all the natural resources out of here, eating her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. They're going to destroy crops and all kinds of other stuff here. They're going to burn up food. They're going to do a lot of things, right? For God hath put in their here we go. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will. What I was saying. For God had put in His heart to fulfill His will and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast and give their kingdom unto the beast until the word of God shall be fulfilled. Well, I was just saying. In other words, like I've been saying, the almond beings put this in their minds. They use the word heart, but he put it in their minds to turn on each other until their prophecy is fulfilled when the transformation is finished and taking place. All right? When the elect are already transformed, they already got the new government ready to go. They got it set up, and they're going to turn them against each other. So this is going to happen. Everything I've been saying, and I never even read this book. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the first night I've ever read this whole book. I've never read this book before. I'm breaking it down. I'm reading it for the first time. Now, it might sound crazy. People might be like, oh, he read this book before. I never read the book before. I'm not a reader. But some just told me to go ahead and go in here and break the book down because it's relevant to today. Everything that's going to happen in here. This is a future intelligence book, as I've been saying. Let me continue. The words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. There you go. The woman that thou sawest is that great city. The city is America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which reigneth over the leaders of the earth. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power and wrath, and great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory, meaning that this angel or this messenger had great intelligence, and it was lit with his higher intelligence or his glory, meaning that he was so advanced and high and so intelligent that people wondered at how intelligent he was. That is one that's coming from amongst the elect, and he's going to be a messenger, and his intelligence is going to be so great, he's going to be so advanced that everybody's going to marvel at him like he's God on earth. You understand? And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen, and is become a habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit and cage, every unclean, hateful bird, meaning that all foulness is here. All degeneracy is here. All homosexuality, lesbianism, bestiality, all this stuff, pedophilia, all this foulness is here in this society that's come back from the old societies, right? And all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth, and all nations have drunk of the wine of fornication, and the kings of the earth committed fornication with her, and merchants and the merchants of earth, and waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. In other words, all the businessmen and things like that, they became rich and powerful from all the foulness and benefited from the foulness of the society. You understand? They waxed rich and they became wealthy because of the foulness that they were allowed to do. Like your Barack Obama giving these fat, white, rich cats all this money, and all these people sitting up here losing their homes. You understand? You know, these people became wealthy and became fat off of the people suffering. You understand? All right. Committed fornication and her, all right, with the merchants, that's the businessmen, as I said. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye are not partakers of her sin, and receiveth not her plagues. That's in this day and time the Son of Man are going to tell the elect to come out of this mentality, come out of this mindset of the beast, come out of the religion, come out of the philosophy, come out of the materialistic thing, come out of that thug life thing, come out of that whoredom, come out of your goddamn 401k plan, because all that's not real. That's not going to continue. They letting you know that that's not going to continue. You understand? Here it is, that white boy Bernie Madoff, his world is over. You understand? Obviously, he pissed off the wrong people. That man was sitting on billions of dollars. Where he at now? So what does that tell you about you niggas and your little $38,000 or $40,000 a year? You understand? That's not gonna last, man. You understand? This book is letting our people know, man. All that time is short. That's not gonna last. That's not gonna continue. You understand? This world is not going to continue the way it is. This order, the way it's set up, is not going to continue. The beast done ran its course. You understand? They can't continue any longer. This is supposed to be the shortest kingdom on earth. America is supposed to be the shortest kingdom on earth because this kingdom is not even 300 years old. You understand that? It's not even 300 years old. To make it 300 years old, because they went independent in 1776, it would have to go up into 2076. And that's not going to happen. So let's continue. And I heard the voice in heaven saying, okay, come on, don't be partakers of her plagues, not the having her plagues, okay? For her sins have reached unto the heavens, and God hath remembered her iniquities. When it says reached unto the heavens, it's talking about how they went into space, right? And they going into other planets and trying to go to other planets. And you got this guy Richard Branson, them trying to go and cause all kinds of. They're going all the beasts going to do, all mankind, the human race are going to do is bring all kinds of fornication to other worlds. They're going to be up there being faggots and lesbians and child molesters on Mars or wherever the hell they go. They're going to still be trying to do all kind of filth. That's where it says when their iniquities have reached the heavens. They're talking about into the universe. They trying to go to other worlds with that madness. And they're going to take some of you niggas with them, you know. Y'all going to be out there working. And for her sins have reached the heavens unto God and remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her the double according to her works in the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so that so much torment and sorrow give her, for she hath in her heart. I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and I shall see no sorrow. That's talking about the society and how it lived deliciously off of the sorrows of the people. Understand how it lived off of the suffering of the people. And I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and I shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Meaning that all these plagues and things are going to be coming, and that the Amen beings are going to destroy it in order to get ready for the new world, because they don't like what's going on here. They can't sustain order here. Like I said, this is not no religious rant I'm doing. It's just talking about the future race of people bringing in a new world. They trying to restore order here. That's the only purpose for destroying the old world, because it's out of order. Everything's out of order. The God race is about order. God is about order. Everything is based on order. Now you got everything out of order. You got unnatural acts taking place here. Nature is thrown off. The beast will tell you that the natural order of things is thrown off. Y'all was supposed to be in rulership. The bright race, the Amen being, our people were supposed to be in rulership, not them. The natural people, the God race was supposed to be in rulership, not them. The order is thrown off. You're not supposed to be following them. They're supposed to be following you and your judgments and your commandments. They're supposed to be doing what you tell them to do. The only time the order got somewhat right was in the 70s, when you niggas start wearing your hair naturally, and the beast start following you and trying to wear his hair froze and perming his hair. That's when things started. He tried to start dancing and acting like you. That's when things started to try to get back in order. Then he turned it back around again in the 80s, and you niggas start perming your hair and jerry curling your hair and doing all this other stuff, and y'all start acting like them again. You understand that? So, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death morning, and she shall utterly be burnt with fire, for the judges of the Lord of her. The kings of the earth who have committed fornication and liveth deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, and shall see the smoke of her burning. In other words, the kings of the earth, the rich ones, the leaders, they're going to see the society burn. They're going to watch it burn. They're going to watch everything they built fall down, all right, and be burnt with those solar flares and things like that that's coming to the planet, the solar holocaust. Standing afar for the fear of the torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right? The judgment, the judgmental. They judge the minds of the people that this order cannot continue, because the Amen beings sit like a board of directors. They sit like a board of directors. They make judgments, and they go, should we continue this thing or should we destroy it and start over? And they said, and they already made the judgment. They're going to destroy it and start over. That's how it's being done. Same way the damn beast and everybody else sit up here and they make, just how the beasts up here and make decisions about what you're going to eat next year, what's going to be done 5 years. Where do you think they're getting that from? They mimicking something else, a higher order, a higher authority. That's how the Amen beings that they sit and they make decisions about what should we destroy things here, because we have to move things forward and we have to get rid of this, we have to get rid of that. It's not about your religion and you banging your head on the floor and praying. They don't give a damn about that. You understand? Your prayers don't mean nothing, you people in religion. That's something the beast told you, because you actually praying to them. Your prayers is going to them. Your prayers and your money, and when you niggas go to Mecca and when you go into the church, you just giving money and praying to them. You understand? You're not praying to no God, because you don't even know what God is. So how the hell you going to pray to? I mean, if you're going to tell me God is some spirit that's unseen, but you can't explain God, then what the hell are you praying to if you can't even explain it? You praying and you following the ways of some prophet named Muhammad or some guy named Jesus who you don't know whether it's real or not. You understand? You following the ways of man. So what are you doing? You serving the church, you serving the religion, you serving the mosque, the temple, so you praying to the leaders of the church. That's who you're praying to. You're giving your money, you're giving your money to them. So who's benefiting? Not no God. These people are benefiting. You understand that? The true and living God, they don't give a damn about your prayers. They don't care about your religion. That's why they ain't helping you. That's why y'all still in turmoil. That's why you still under these men. Let me continue. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. Yeah, they're going to cry over this society being destroyed. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and the thine and wood and all manner of vessels and ivory and manner of vessels of most precious wood and brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odor, meaning the odor meaning the perfumes and ointments and medicines and frankincense and wine and fine flour and wheat and the beast and the sheep, meaning the meats and the meats and things, the sheep and the horses and the chariots, cars, that's talking about cars, and the slaves, meaning you niggas, right? And the souls of men, meaning you niggas again, meaning y'all not going to be able to be bought and sold no more, because this whole thing is going to come apart, right? Y'all not going to be able to be bought and sold anymore. I'm going to show you something else. They talking about the gold. You ain't going to be able to buy the gold. If you notice, you see all these little companies buying up the gold now, right? Why are they doing that? Bring your gold in. Just sell us your gold. Bring your gold. What is it? Why are they buying up all the gold? Because they know something about to happen. Every time you turn around, you see these little places buying these little gold and things. We'll buy your gold. We'll buy this. We'll buy it. Why are they buying up all the gold all of a sudden? Because they know something about to happen. You understand that? They know something's about to happen. Right? Talk about the cinnamon and all the things that you need to live, and the fruits and the soil lusted after the departed of thee from thee, and all things which were dainty and godly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Meaning that nothing will grow here. You understand? Meaning there'll be famine. Nothing will grow here. You understand? Everything will be destroyed here. You understand? There'll be no more food growing here. I'm going to hit you with something right now. Nothing's growing here in this society. Nothing's growing here in America right now. Notice everything is imported from someplace else. You notice that? All the food is coming from someplace else. You got this Monsanto thing here where they trying to where they coming up and they what they call they're making seeds that's that don't grow. They what do they call them? Clone seeds. They're making clone seeds because they're trying to feed the population and whatnot. Everything is under the Monsanto thing. Nothing grows here anymore. 90% of the food and things you're eating is coming from elsewhere. The material, everything. So that's telling you this society, this land is barren. It's naked. It's desolate. I told you the beast ain't nothing being grown here anymore. So this prophecy is coming true. Let me continue. You shall find none of these things here no more. And the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off in the fear from her torment, weeping and wailing. They're going to be crying. They're going to be broke. And saying, alas, 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 the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for 1 hour so great riches is come to the north. And the ship's master and every ship's master and all of the company and ships and sailors and many as the trade by sea stood far off, right? Meaning that all the people who traded, all the people in Wall Street and all that stuff that traded, you understand? The people that ran the markets, the stock market and whatnot, they're going to be crying their ass off. You understand? Because they ain't going to have nothing to trade no more. You understand? All the trade is going to go out of this country. It's happening right now. Everything's happening. Ain't nothing being traded and sold here. They selling stuff here. Like I said, they just keeping this thing afloat. So it ain't gonna be nothing to pull the bottom out from up under this thing. And like I said, you know how you black people are, y'all need a system to survive. If the white man ain't taking care of y'all, if he don't give you a job, if he don't open up a damn supermarket for y'all or something like that, y'all can't eat. Y'all gonna be against each other. So the whole thing was to bring our people together, the elect of our people. But like I said, the majority of y'all got the mind of the beast. So y'all not gonna survive anyway. All right? Anyway, and he cried and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning and saying, what city is like unto the great city? Meaning what country is like this country here? You know? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, 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 the great city wherein were made rich of all the ships in the sea by reason and coastline, for 1 hour made desolate, meaning these things are going to be stripped away from this society. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on have avenged you on her. When they say when all this happens, the 144,000, the elect, our people will be avenged. Because everything that we work to build up here, picking cotton and things like that, on our backs is going to be destroyed here. That's going to be the avenged. You understand? We are going to be avenged. Everything that's going to be lost in this country is going to be the vengeance of our people who had to suffer here. All right? And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. In other words, this society is going to be thrown down. You understand? Meaning the economy, everything, and it's not going to raise no more. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. Reason being is because our societies, when we were in ancient Egypt and Nubia in the East, when we came out of the East, our societies lasted for thousands of years, right? Egypt went on for 3,200 years, if not more. Our societies lasted for thousands of years. The beast being in control of the order and of the world, look, he ain't even going to have it for 300. So that tell you that things was out of order and this was all meant to be temporary. And it's showing you there that this was the judgment of the Amen beings, because this is all their plan to set up something else, to destroy this and set up something else. It's telling you right there. That's why I told you this is a future intelligence book. Let me continue. And the voice of the harpers and the musicians and the pipers and the trumpets shall be heard no more. And no craftsman and whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of the millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. Meaning that all the people that were celebrating here, having a good time, music, whatever was going on here, it's not going to be no more. You notice there's no real music coming out of this society anymore. Notice that, right? You hear this whack-ass music you got coming out of here with these people that's playing with goddamn 808 kick drums and Japanese damn keyboards, and they calling these niggas producers. And y'all think these niggas are making real music. You don't hear no more real music coming out of here. That's being done purposely. You understand? You don't hear no more real music coming out of here. This is all the prophecy. It's not going to be any more celebration here. Everything's going to be torn desolate and naked. Right? Everything's going to be stripped from here. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom of the bride shall be heard no more. And all in thee for the merchants, where the great men of the earth were by the sorcerers, were all nations deceived. Meaning that the light of this country is going to be gone. The light of this society is going to be gone. All the people that were proud, all these businessmen, the money and things like that. Oh, I'm proud to be an American. All that shit going to be gone. That's going to be gone. That's going to be dead. You understand? And you niggas that was carrying the flag, you niggas going to be going too. Y'all going to be in desolation. This is real. You understand? I mean, it might come out funny the way I'm saying it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know? And the voice of the bridegroom, right, of the bride shall be heard no more. The bridegroom represents the leaders or the men of this country who consider America a bride or consider it a woman. They're a woman. You understand? The bridegroom, they're not going to be calling on America anymore. They're not going to be calling on this society anymore. Right? That say that a voice not going to be heard anymore. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints, and all those who were slain upon the earth, meaning that the ones of our people who died for the evolution of this thing. I meant to go back and say that those of our people like Garvey and Elijah, all these people who came up, all the slaves, the people who was trying to work in the evolution of this thing, who died trying to bring this thing in, like I said, that's talking about their blood is on this land. The ones who were living for this evolution, who was living for this day, they was looking for this day to come. Talked about them earlier on, that their blood was spilt in this land. You understand? All right? That's what talking about the prophets and the saints. Their blood was spilt in this land. Their blood was found in this land. Right? And Harriet Tubman, people like that, their blood was spilt in this land. You understand? They went into bondage in this land. Their blood is here. The blood of the slave, the blood of our people is in this land, buried in the ground. You understand? That will not go. That's going to be avenged. And after the things I heard great voices of much people in the heaven, meaning the Amen being, saying, Alleluia, salvation, glory, and honor and power unto the Lord our God. Amen. That's Amen. That's the future beings talking about, we glad all this shit is over with. You understand? So now we could just go ahead and redo everything. That's what they're going to be saying. They might say we glad this shit over with. You know what I mean? Finally, we could go ahead and just do what we got to do. You know, we get these roaches off the damn planet. The black roaches, the white roaches, the Asian roaches, get these goddamn roaches off the planet. We got to shake things up. We got to redo things. You know, finally it's over. Let's get it going. For truth and righteousness are the judgments, right? Truth and righteousness, exactly. For he hath judged the great whore. Amen has judged the great whore, which did corrupt the earth Yeah, corrupted the earth with her fornication, hath avenged the blood of the servants at her hand. Right? Again, they said, Hallelujah. Right? Hallelujah. And her smoke rose up forever and ever. And her smoke rose up forever and ever. Meaning that the fire that burned this place was rising up forever and ever. You're going to see ashes here and whatnot because they got to build on to something. They have to destroy it in order to build something new. All right? So, and in the 24 elders and the 4 beasts fell down and worshipped the God who sat at the throne, saying, Amen. Saying, Amen. Hallelujah. All right? The 24 elders and the 4 beasts. When they talk about the 4 beasts fell down and worship, that's what's left of your 10 kings. It'll be your 4 beasts, right? Because the 10 kings, like they were saying that the five of the heads went away. I know it's I'm gonna go through Germany. There's Greece. There's Rome. I'm gonna go through the 5 heads, and like I said, England. That's 4 of them that are no longer in power, right? America is the last one in power, right? And the voice came out of the throne saying, Praise God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great. And I heard as it were the voice, and I heard as though it was the voice of multitudes, right? And the voice of many waters, and the voice of the Almighty thundering, saying, Hallelujah, for the Lord God omnipotent reigneth. Meaning Amen reigneth. That was the Son of Man saying that the true God Amen would reign forever, right? And the beasts fell out on their face and they worshipped him too, because I said that 4 of the beasts, the true leaders, the true elite, they worship Amen as well. So they play on both sides of the fence, all right? And let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife hath made herself ready. What is the lamb they're talking about? They're talking about, and the wife. The wife they're talking about, the 144,000 coming together with the lamb, meaning the lamb would be the God on earth. You would have the God in the future world, and you would have the God on earth who would receive power from the God in the future world. So they would be receiving telepathic messages to each other to govern the new planet that's coming in. And it would be like a marriage because he would take the lead of the group as their head on earth, and the elect would be the new governors of the new world to come in. All right, they represent the bride, the wife who had made herself ready. We're talking about making yourself ready, meaning stop doing the ways of this old society and get yourself prepared for the new. That's how you're going to prepare yourself for the Lamb. Meaning the one who sacrificed for this thing to raise the minds of the people, right? And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in what? Fine linen, clean and white, right? Clean and white, blank slate, meaning you're not going to be thinking about what happened in the past. You're going to be receiving that future intelligence. You're going to be white, clean, and a clean slate, a clean mind, blank. White linen, no old ways on you, no ways of the beast on you, right? Is the righteous of the saints. And he saith unto me, right blessed are they that are called into the marriage supper. Blessed are they that which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, these are the true sayings of God. That's talking about the 144,000 that are going to come amongst the Amen beings, right? That are going to come into the future world, right? And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it. See, when it's talking about, and I seen him and I worshipped him, that's talking about the vision that John had of the future world to come. And he saith unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus worship God, for the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. Again, I keep saying Jesus is the Son of Man. There's no Jesus Christ. That's the Son of Man. That is a so-called black man that's going to come, right? And he's going to raise up to 144,000 from the children of Israel. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon the white horse was called Faithful and True, and Righteous, and doeth judge and make war. The white horse represents again the white slate, the clean slate. Right? His eyes were like flames of fire, and his head were many crowns, and he had the name written of, with no man knew but he himself. Meaning that he had knowledge of future dimensions. That's why it talked about the many crowns that he had on his head. That was knowledge of the future world and future dimensions to come. That he can see it, and that no man, because all these men were in the present, they could not see what he was seeing. He was seeing future things because he could see through different dimensions and different times and different future worlds. All right? That was the crowns on his head, the ability to just pull in this higher intelligence and to have vision into the future. All right? And he had names written on it no man knew but himself. And he was clothed with vesture dipped in blood, and the name called the Word of God. Amen. That was Amen. And he was clothed with vesture dipped in blood, right? Meaning that the blood of the people that was spilt there on earth, was dipped, what he was teaching was dipped in that, meaning that he was talking about the devastation and the death of the people. It had the word and called it the Word of God. And the armies which were in the heavens followed upon him on white horses, clothed in white linen, white and clean. There you go, white and clean again. Meaning clean slate. They wasn't following the old ways. They were the future beings to come. And out of the mouth goeth a sharp sword that he sounded to smite all nations, and he shall rule them with an iron rod, and treadeth the winepress and the fierceness of wrath of Almighty God. Meaning that the people that are left after the devastation and destruction, the people that hid in the mountains, the people that were left over, these Amen beings are going to come and they're going to take hold of the damn planet. And it's going to be a new government, and you're going to follow it, or you're going to be put to goddamn death. That's what it is. You ain't going to be no faggots and lesbians on the planet no more. Ain't going to be no weirdos. Ain't going to be no child molestation, none of that madness here. And all that's going to be done away with. You understand? It's going to be a new order on the earth. Right? And, let me see. He will rule him with a rod of iron. They keep talking about that rod of iron because that rod of iron pulls in power. It's a conductor of electricity, right? And he treadeth the winepress in the fierceness of the Almighty God, and he hath the vestures of the thigh written in the vestures on his thigh written, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, right? Meaning that he's going to be the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords on the earth. He'll be representing the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's going to receive his power straight from the future, straight from the Amen beings. He's going to be in tune with them. That's why I say he's going to wear many crowns. That's going to be the seventh messenger. He's going to have total power. The first one, the second, the third, these people are going to have partial power. But as the future people come, and as this world is coming in, the new world's coming in, each generation they're going to have higher power. You understand? The seventh one is going to have the power of all the other six, including himself. All right? They're all going to share power from different dimensions. And I saw an angel standing in the sun. Standing in the sun. And he crieth in a loud voice, saying to all the fowl and the fly in the midst of the heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. Right? He stood in the sun, meaning he stood in the light, in the light of intelligence. Right? And he was receiving intelligence, and he was calling on all the ones that were left, the people that were left on the earth, the ones who didn't die out. And ye may eat the flesh of the kings. He's telling the birds they can eat the flesh of the kings, because what do birds do? They're going to pick at the flesh of the people. They're going to tear them apart. They're going to tell them, go and eat them. Go and tear them apart. Tear these bastards apart. They're going to be dead in the streets. And you're going to have, don't vultures eat and pick it, and the vultures pick at the flesh of the people. They're going to be picking at people, your leaders, the ones on your rich people on the earth, the ones who was causing turmoil. They're going to be dead in the street, and they're going to allow them to eat them. Right? Feed on their flesh. Right? Let me see. And they ate the flesh of the kings and the flesh of the captains and the flesh of the mighty men and the flesh of the horses and the flesh of that sit on them and the flesh of all men and the free and the bound and the bond and the small and the great, meaning all you people, because it's going to be dead bodies all in the street, and they're going to tell the vultures and all the birds and all the birds that feed on flesh to go out and eat you. They're going to command them to go and eat the flesh that's in the streets. They're going to allow all the foul birds and things like that live on flesh, the vultures and stuff, to eat the dead bodies, to clear up all the dead bodies. All right? That's real. All right? And I saw the beast, and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him. And they sat on the horse against his armies. And the beast was taken with him and with the false prophet, and wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived and had received the mark of the beast, and with them worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning it with brimstone, meaning that everybody that was following the beast, these false prophets, these false religious teachers, that's, like I said, the ones who carry the mark of the beast, meaning his philosophy, his religious rant, his nonsense, all the things that were going in the circular world, they're going to be cast into that lake of fire. What's the lake of fire? That's going to be on the earth when the planet is burned with that solar holocaust comes to the planet, and it burns the planet, because, like I said, a lot of the planet is going to be on fire, and a lot of these people are going to be thrown into the fire. A lot of these people are going to be burned to death. You understand? A lot of these people are going to be killed off by heat strokes. They're going to be burned to death. You're going to see people going up in combustion. And in spontaneous combustion, they're going to be burned to death. They're going to be hit with meteorite showers, and they're going to be destroyed. Just as the dinosaurs were once the mighty on the earth, it's the same thing that follows again, where the mighty dinosaurs were destroyed by the fire and brimstone, meaning the comets and the things that came here and destroyed them. Same thing with these mighty men. They're going to be destroyed in that destruction coming too. They're going to be burned to death. They're going to be hit with meteorites. Their flesh that's going to be burned and charred. They're going to be eaten by vultures. Like I said, they're going to suffer here. A lot of them just going to kill themselves, right? And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, with swords proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh, right? Meaning that the remainder of the people that were left, the ones the beasts were left, they were killed with the sword. In other words, they were destroyed, they were killed off, and the birds, the vultures and things ate their flesh. Because, like I said, it's going to be so much dead bodies on the earth. There's going to be so much dead bodies. They're going to either have to burn the bodies or throw them in a shallow open grave, and the birds are going to be eating them. You understand? The vultures are going to eat them. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit and the great chain in his hand, right? And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years, right? What is that talking about? It's talking about, like I said, these people are mainly your Asiatics. You understand? Because they proceed out of your Asiatics, your East Indians, your Asians and whatnot, came your white man. You understand? They were your chief rulers on the planet. They have the biggest army. They're going to be thrown in. They're going to be thrown into the lake as well. All right. These are your Asiatics. Right. They have the East Indians have the dragon too as a symbol. Which is the devil. They said the devil, Satan, bound him for 1,000 years. Notice it said the old serpent. Right? Why they refer to him as the old serpent? Because they was the first serpent before the white man. Right? Your Asians and whatnot, Genghis Khan, all these people, they was ruling the earth before the white man. A lot of these people was in power. That's why they refer to as the old serpent. Right? They're going to be thrown. They're going to be tormented and thrown in and bound him for 1,000 years. Right? Meaning that they're going to be jailed. You know what I mean? They're going to be jailed. They're going to be lined up in jail. They're going to be bound. And cast him into a bottomless pit and shut him up, and a seal upon him, and he should deceive nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed for a little season. In other words, they're going to let these beasts back out again after 1,000 years. They'll let them back out. You understand? Because why do they get loosed after 1,000 years? Because it's just as the time comes, you're gonna have, when you have the elect here, some of them are gonna breed a new race of children, and that nigga nonsense is gonna come up again. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna be like, well, where are we gonna put all these niggas at? Where we gonna put the new niggas at? The ones that's a little more smarter, but yeah, they still got that same mindset as the beast. It's gonna take 1,000 years for the new generation to start degenerating. Right? You're going to have certain people that's going to keep the ways and the mind of the people, and you're going to have certain people that's going to degenerate again. So what's the Almond Bays going to have to do? They're going to have to create another city or another government and let these people rule over that. All right? Because they're not going to rule over that. So they're going to be all they're going to be focused on is the future and what they do in the future. But they're going to have to put the beast, they'll put the dragon, which is the Asians, back in charge. It won't be the white man no more. It'll be the Asians. They'll be back in charge. All right? They already taking hold of your communities already, selling y'all Chinese food and everything else. They're going to be telling you niggas what to do in the new world after the 1,000 years. That's the future. The dragon is going to take back over, and he's going to be on the planet ruling. He's going to put you niggas that's rebel again, he's going to put you back in slavery because everything moves in a rotation on this planet. So you niggas going to be rebellious again. After the elect going to have children, and they're going to keep the memory of it, and then some of their children going to forget, and they're going to go astray, and y'all going to be doing just what y'all was doing, like when y'all was in Egypt, and y'all had the world, and y'all was controlling the empires of the planet. Then you niggas start mixing y'all seed, and y'all start breaking the laws. Y'all going to do it again. That's what's going to happen with the elect. The elect are going to do it again. And see, the Amen beings, they know that. They know that y'all going to do that again. That's why they said they only going to put the beast down for a period of time, and they're going to let them up after 1,000 years. Because they figure that's about how long it's going to take you niggas to start acting up again. And y'all going to go into bondage again. And their children are going to be over your children. That negativity is going to multiply on the earth again. But they're going to need somebody to control the sub-mental world. So they'll put the Asians, the dragon, over that next world. It won't be the white man this time. You understand? They might come back later. You understand? But it'll be the Asians over this world because the Asians ain't nothing but white men with slanted eyes. So they're going to be your new goddamn slave masters. You understand? The East Indians, they're going to be your new slave masters. All right, in the next world, when you niggas start to act up, that's what that's talking about. I told you this is future prophecy. Yeah, you niggas already bow down to the dragon already, because like I said, you love Bruce Lee. Like I said, Bruce Lee gonna be your slave master. You know what I mean? Jet Li and them gonna be your slave master. You niggas like Chinese tattoos. You black women love Asian hair in your damn head. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be your new slave master. All right. So let's continue. He'll be loosed for a little season. And I saw at the thrones, and they sat upon them in judgment, and given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither receiveth his mark upon their forehead or in their hands. And they liveth and reign with Christ for 1,000 years, meaning the elect will reign for 1,000 years. The 144,000 will reign with the Son of Man for 1,000 years, meaning their genetic will keep coming back. These people will keep coming back onto the earth, and they will constantly keep coming back onto the earth to keep spreading the word, but they'll be in judgment over the planet, right? And but the rest of the dead live not again until 1,000 years were finished, meaning that the ones who were in darkness, aka the black race, y'all gonna go off the planet for 1,000 years. But then y'all gonna come back through the genetic of the 144,000. You niggas gonna creep up again. Somebody gonna want to smoke. Somebody gonna find some weed to smoke. Somebody gonna make some liquor. Somebody gonna have a party. Somebody gonna make a gun. Somebody gonna shoot somebody. Then the 144,000 ain't gonna be able to control you niggas. So then they're gonna raise the Chinese up. They ain't gonna give a damn about y'all, and they're gonna put you niggas and kill you niggas and put y'all back in bondage again. That's gonna happen because this is a continuous thing. All right. Let me continue. But the rest that lived again shall until the 1,000 years is finished, and the first resurrection. This is the first. Yeah, this is the first resurrection. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years was finished. This was the first resurrection. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is is he that hath part of the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him for 1,000 years. Meaning that the elect will be priests. They will be people in power who will walk with the Amen beings, and they will rule for 1,000 years. That's how I was supposed to rule for 1,000 years. Because like I said, we were ruling for thousands of years in Egypt and things like that. These were the priests and the people who were in tune with Amen in that day and time, and this represents the first resurrection. All right, there'll be other resurrections, and there'll be a continuous resurrection going on, right? And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. The sacred 10 will come up again. You understand? Because why did the Amen beings hold on to the sacred 10? Because they need them to keep order on the submental world. They need them to keep you niggas in line. All right? They need them because you know, you niggas, like I said, y'all start becoming degenerates again. That's going to happen. Like I said, like some of y'all will be good for a little while, then you niggas get bored, then you're going to want to start doing devilishment. You're going to start, somebody going to kill somebody, somebody going to want to smoke some drugs, somebody going to want to get high, somebody going to want to do something stupid, somebody going to rape some women, you know what I mean? Some of y'all going to molest some kids or some madness. Y'all going to do something evil, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to start to multiply. And it's going to be too much. So then the Amen beings going to bring back up the sacred 10. They're going to give them power again. They're going to take them out of the pit, because the pit represented the caves they were in. They're going to take them from being, when they say the pit, they're going to take them from that lowly state where they was in the damn caves. They're going to put them back over you again. You understand? Because they need them, because they're going to take orders, and they'll take the orders from the Amen beings again. They're going to be reanimated again to take power over you again. That's going to happen. And we almost through this book. Let me see what time we got. 9:55. Okay. And Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, the sacred 10, and shall go out and deceive the nations. Deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog. Go gather them together in battle, and the number of whom is at the sand of the sea. Right? In other words, they'll take control of the planet. They'll take control of the planet again. They'll be allowed to take control of the planet again, because the Amen beings use the sacred 10 to control. They used them, right? And they went, up and upon the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about the beloved city. And the fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. Right? Meaning that the Amen beings will destroy them again. And the devil that deceiveth them was cast into a lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Now, it seems as though these things are being repeated over and over again. The reason why it's being repeated over and over again about the beast coming up and being destroyed is because all this is going in a rotation, because you're living on a planet that goes in rotation. That means that people are going to do the same thing over and over again. You see the rising of worlds, the coming down of worlds, the rising up again of worlds. These people, the degenerate, the artificial, the human beings being put in charge, and them being taken out of power, because it was a time when our people was in power, and we ruled the earth, and then we mixed our seed with the beast, and we allowed them to take power, and they learned from us. All right. And he devoured devoured them. And the devil that deceiveth them was cast into a lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and it shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face of the earth and the heaven fled away, and he was found, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was the book of life. That book of life represents the future book that's coming. The people the elected will be their genetic, and the people names that will be in the book of life that will continue. They will be of the elect. All right? It said, I saw a great white throne. That's talking about the future world to come, the world of the Amen beings, the receiver race, right? And him that sat on the throne, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away, and there was found no place for him. Right? And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the books and were open, and another book was open, which was the book of life, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Again, that's talking about the future book, and it was judging our people, the ones of our people who are not going to make the cut in the future, the ones who are not going to receive, and they're going to be judged by their works. Again, judgmental. Can these people move forward? Can these people move on? Can these people take in these thoughts and follow orders? That's not the majority of your goddamn black race. They can't follow no orders. These niggas is proud. You know what I mean? They want to do what they want to do. They want to follow the beast. Straight up. Everything that you're not doing, you're not following the ways of the Most High, Amen. You following the ways of the beast. All right? Let me see. And the sea gave up the dead, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it. The death and the hell delivered upon the dead which were them. Right? And it was saying the future, the sea gave up the dead. Right? Meaning that the future is going to deliver the dead to the dead of our people. You understand? It's going to give. It said that it gave up the dead and the death, and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. Right? Meaning our people, again, judgment. And the death and the hell were cast upon the lake of fire. Right? All right. Talking about the death and hell were cast upon the lake of fire. All right. And let me see. Those are the people who were judged. They were cast into the lake of fire. In other words, they were killed. And this is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Meaning those who weren't of the elect were going to be killed. You understand? Because it's saying that if you're not of, so it's saying that if you're not of the elect, you're going to be killed. You're not going to make it into the future race. Right? This is the second death. And whosoever is not found written in the book of life will be cast in the lake of fire. Okay, and now we're at 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. Hey, the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, meaning that a new world coming in. Not only is a new world coming in here on the planet, but their world is going to become new as well. All right? Their world is becoming new because, as I said, just as they're going through a new change and a transformation, just as we're going through a transformation, they're going through a transformation as well. That's why I said they're pushing evolution. The Amen beings, the God race, are pushing evolution on this planet of the 144,000 because when we evolve, they evolve. Why? Because they are our ascendants. In other words, what we do here weighs heavily on what happens to them in the future. That's why they have a vested interest in us. Because they are our children. We're not their children. They are our children. You understand? They are our future ascension. That's why if you've seen it, I kept always when I said the word ascend. That's talking about higher ascension. Your children, your progeny, your bloodline. That is the God race. These are advanced people. These are your children. That's why they are choosing the ones of our people and raising the intelligence of our people, because if we don't make it in this evolution, the 144,000, they're not going to make it. So our evolution has to do with them. We're linked together forever. That's why I said we're going to go through, it's going to be a new earth here and a new world for them as well. They say in heaven, but that's talking about their world, which is a boundless world that is not bound by solar systems. All right? That's constantly moving in the universe, that's constantly advancing. Just as their intelligence is constantly advancing, they're sending intelligence to the people on this planet. That's why I said there's intelligence coming from beyond the sun into the planet. And it's going to raise the elect. All right? And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And there was no more sea. All right? Meaning that and there was no more sea, meaning that the future, the future was all one linear state. It wasn't, in other words, there was no more future like you can judge it like past, present, future. It was just all one linear space. So if it was all one linear space, that means you can't judge it as future anymore. It's just one straight path, right? Uh, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. And let me explain. Let me back it up for what I mean. When I said, because I refer to the sea as the future, right? Because it's saying no more sea. Because if there is no past and there is no present, and there's only one line, you judge future by past and present. So if there's no more past, they say there are no old world anymore. That means that world is no longer in remembrance. That's all gone. The old heaven and the old earth are gone. That means it's all one path straight. That means there's no future there. It's just all one. It's all just one world now. It's all one thing. You understand? It's just all one continuation. It's no more future anymore because there's no past and present. The timelines have elapsed. You understand what I mean by that? There's no more time. Just like as how in the universe, because this time in this realm is judged by the sun rising and setting, the planet rotating around the sun. So if you in a boundless world and you in a boundless place, there's no more sun around it, right? Then there's no more time. There's no more past, present, or future. Okay? And I saw, and that's why I was talking about, and that goes in playing what I was talking about. I said the elect will not be moving on mathematics anymore. They'll be moving on pathmatics, because path means a clear path in going forward in continuation, starting with what? Telepathy. You understand? Receiving intelligence. All right. And I saw John and the holy city in New Jerusalem coming down from God out of heaven, meaning out of the universe, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is within men, meaning that they're going to receive, the elect are going to receive it, the eternal ones are going to receive it, right? And he that dwelleth with them and shall be with his people, and God himself shall be with them." Meaning Amen will be with them. He'll come back on earth again, walking amongst men. And be their God. And God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and shall be no more death. And there shall be no more death, meaning eternal life. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall be any more pain or for the former things that are passed away. The former things are passed away. Right? And he that sat upon the throne said, "Behold, I make all things new." Right? I make all things new. And he said unto me, "Write for these words, and the true and the faithful." And he said unto me, "It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him an athirst of fountain of the fountain of water of life freely." Right? Meaning the knowledge and the intelligence will come through freely. And he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and will be his God, and shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the wrong and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters and all the liars shall have their part in the lake which will burn with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And there came unto me one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials full of seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, "Come hither, I will show you thee the bride of the Lamb's wife." I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. Talking about the 144,000. This is the new world that done come in, when the 144,000 will be ruling. It's going to be, they're going to receive intelligence from on high. It's going to be a new race of people, right? And he carried me away in the spirit of the great city high in the mountains, and showed me the great city of the holy Jerusalem, descending out of the heaven from God. Meaning that the ones who will survive it, they'll be in the mountains seeing the new world come down, right? They'll see it, right? Meaning that their world is going to come onto earth. That's what the white man is talking about when he's talking about alien invasions and stuff like that. That's what he means. Alien invasions is God coming down on earth, right? Having glory of God and her light, and was and was like unto the stone of precious, even jasper stones. It's talking about and clear crystal, talking about the crystal city again, right? And the lights, ships, and had a wall of great and high, and had 12 gates, and had 12 angels, and the name written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Again, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. From that third dimension, it's talking about the 144,000. On the east 3 gates, and on the north 3 gates, and on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates, and on the wall, that's talking about the different sides of the ships, and on the wall of the city and the 12 foundations, and in them the name of the 12 apostles of the Lamb, right? Meaning the 12 messengers. Well, it was 7 messengers came, and then you had the apostles, the ones who was forerunners, who was teaching, right? Because you had people that wasn't part. They were you had the sons of man, and then you had the apostles, meaning the forerunners, right? And he talked with me, and had golden reeds and measures of the city, and the gates thereof, and the walls thereof, meaning golden reeds, meaning measurements, because they were measuring and building new cities, just as they was doing in Egypt. They was building again, all right, building a new society. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length of the large, and as the breadth, and they measured the city with the reeds 12,000 furlongs, and the length of the breadth and the height of it are equal, right? Because they're cutting and measuring, because they're building new cities. All right, that's what's talking about the measurement. And he measured the wall thereof 144 and 44 cubits, according to the measure of man, that is of an angel, of a messenger, right? Right. It's talking about preparing the city for these people. And in the building of the wall of the jasper, in the city of the pure gold, and unto them and unto them they are clear glass, talking about the crystal city. And the foundation of the wall and the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones, right? That's talking about the new cities were being built, and they would resemble crystal buildings, because it would, like I said, they would heaven on earth, just as the crystal cities were. It would be crystal buildings. It would be a whole new different architecture on the earth. All right, and the first foundation, let me see, gold, jasper, and the foundation of the wall and city is garnished in the manner of precious stones. And the first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chaldoncy, I'm not pronouncing this right, and the fourth is emerald. The fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardis, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th jacinth, and the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. And the 12 gates of the 12 pearls, every several gate was 1 pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it was transparent. Now, the reason why, let's stop for a second, because we almost done, we in 21. It's describing the new city that's coming. It would be, they kept talking about streets of gold and emerald and things like that. Reason why this is talking about a new it's talking about a new foundation being set up, a city with streets made of gold and emeralds and sapphires and diamonds and whatnot. They're going to make buildings out of crystals and diamonds and streets paved with gold. That's what they got that from. That's talking about the future cities to come. Why are they making the planet like that? Because they want the people on the planet, and they want this planet to be a receiver city or a receiver planet. Because how does, when you're trying to get a communication going, what is the communication they use? They use gold, they use crystal, they use all kinds of stones and things like that to pull in reception. So they want to make sure the reception on the new world is strong here. You understand? Because the reception here is not strong. The beast was able to build reception, be it television, radios. They want the new reception on the planet to be strong for the elect, so they can receive messages from the future. Because they want to pull the earth into the new world. They want this planet like their world that was moving into space. They want to make this planet like their world, and they want to advance their world to something higher. Okay? They're building a new foundation here. They got to destroy the old and build. Like I said, in other words, what you're looking at is construction. This is a book of construction and destruction and construction and reconstruction. This is what you're hearing right now. All right. These beings that are coming down. These Amen beings are architects. They're architects. They're building new cities out of gold, out of emeralds, out of diamonds, out of sapphires. Now, I know that'd be like, that's crazy because these things, why you think the white man sees these stones and these diamonds and gold as precious? Because he knows that these beings that are coming in the future, they're going to build a city that's like this. You understand? That's why he called them precious stones and things like that. And then when he talked about the ancient Sumerian stories, the Incan and Lil and all these people, they came here for what? The gold. They came to earth. God came to earth, and they had the humans working to what? Dig for gold. They dig the gold out of the planet. You understand that the sunlight raised out of the planet and whatnot, and gave birth to in the planet. That the sun's rays gave birth to on the planet, and the diamonds and the emeralds came from the solar energy that was being shined on this planet. All right. And I saw the temple therein of the Lord and the Almighty, and the Lamb were in the temple of it. And the city had no need of a sun. What did I just say? And I just said, now I said, why did it say, and the city had no need of the sun, neither the moon. So what is that telling you? This world is going to be like their world. Remember I said that their world was boundless. It was constantly moving into the universe. This world will not rotate around any more sun anymore. It won't be no sun here. You understand? It won't be no moon here. It's going to be boundless and I said there will be no mathematics here. So for you niggas in the 5% nation keep talking about supreme mathematics, ain't going to be no more goddamn mathematics here. It's going to be pathmatics here. It's going to be a whole new system. You understand? It's going to be a path system. All right? They're talking about when they take the sun, because time is measured by the rotation of the planet around the sun, meaning days, hours, seconds, minutes. That's how time works. That's what math is. It's measurement. So you're not going to have to measure time anymore because there ain't going to be no more time because their world doesn't work on time. So when you start talking about the original black man, there is no original black man because the Amen beings have no time. They don't. How are you going to be born in a time if there's no planet rotating around the sun? They don't work on time. That's why it seems like it's taking long, because they don't work on time. You understand? That's where you get that thing where they say niggas don't got no concept of time. That's why you think niggas got no real concept of time. You tell a nigga be someplace in an hour, they there 3 hours late. They might come, because our people really have no concept of time. You understand? That's real. That's not, I mean, it sounds funny, but it's real. Our people, that's something that was, reason why it is because our people set time in motion for the humans. We don't have concept of time. You understand? It's whenever. It's like we just doing whatever. You understand? We just doing stuff, but it take whatever it take. Like I said, it's understood as time here because they measured the creation. They measured the way things move. They set up nature here as a system that's going on time. So let me continue. Let me finish this book up. Let's see what time we got. 10:16. We'll finish definitely. All right. And then the city talking about the planet. And when they talking about the city, they're not just talking about the city, talking about the planet. There will be no need for no sun, neither moon to shine in it, or the glory for the glory of God. For the glory of God did lighten it, meaning the intelligence of God lit the city, meaning the intelligence of the beings lit the city. They didn't need no sun and no moon anymore. And the Lamb of the light thereof, right? Meaning their intelligence lit the city. And the nations of them which were saved shall walk in the light of it, mean walk in their intelligence. They'll survive by way of their intelligence. They'll tell them how to live. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day. And there shall be their night. There shall be no night there. There'll be no day and no night. You understand? And they shall bring glory and honor to the nations into it, and there shall be no wise enter into it things that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abominations and maketh a lie. In other words, there ain't going to be nobody there telling lies no more, deceiving people, and doing all kinds of foulness that the beast was doing here that you niggas following. See, because this is a book of correction for the children of Israel. The hell with the rest of the world. They finished. You understand? The ones of the people that made, like I said, the rest of them is finished. Just forget it. But this is really a correction for the children of Israel, the elect. But they which are written in the Lamb's book of life, meaning the future book, the ones who will make it. 22 and the last and the final one. Finally done got through this, y'all. That's heavy reading, I know. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, right? And clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and the Lamb. A pure water of life, meaning a pure intelligence, a pure knowledge, that it don't have the mark of the beast on it. It said proceeding out of the throne of God, meaning coming out of the kingdom or the new city or the new realm or the new world of the new realm of God and the Lamb or the Son of Man. In the midst of the street of it, and either side in the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manners of fruit, and yield her fruit every month. And the leaves of the trees were with the healing of the nations, meaning that these trees are going to bear all kinds of herbs and things like that to heal people of their sickness and disease, and when you ain't going to need no more doctors, because they're going to bring new knowledge on what's going to heal the people. They're going to plant new trees, new herbs and things like that, so it's not going to be any more sickness like how our people used to be when we didn't have any damn sickness until you niggas decided to mix your seed with the beast, and now you niggas got all kind of STDs, you got Down syndrome, your genetics is all messed up because you mixed in with the beast. Prior to that time, if you notice, our genetics were fine, and some of you niggas mixed in with the Africans, you understand, because they got damn sickle cell anemia. You understand that? We didn't have these diseases when we was in the East. We didn't have no diseases. Our genetics were fine. You didn't hear about us having no feet growing out of our chests like the damn East Indians and hind legs and all kind of madness and dog hair and all kind of hair coming all out different places on us and all this. All this come from our mixing with the beast. Our genetics was fine. But it's going to be like that again because our people who were sick and coming into the new world, they're going to be healed by eating the herbs and whatnot, like how Dr. Sebi telling our people that the herbs can heal everything. And that's the truth, right? They said it's going to happen again. And the leaves of the trees and healing for healing the nations. And there shall be no more curse but the throne of God, and the Lamb shall be in it. And his servants shall serve him, right? Serve him, meaning y'all will be receivers. Y'all will pass out the law and the word on the planet and keep the things, keep the laws and keep everything going and pass out their future intelligence on the planet. Because that's what your purpose is for being here, being the bearers of future intelligence for the true and living God, Amen. Not for sitting up here teaching some religious BS or teaching some philosophies of the beast. Because everything other than what Amen is teaching is the philosophies of the white man. So if you're not with the elect, you with the beast. That's it. Clear, raw, and uncut. That's what it is. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. Amen shall be in their forehead, meaning in their minds. They shall see his face, meaning he's going to walk amongst people. So that squashes that whole idea you niggas teach about this God being a spirit and a spook. They just said they're going to see his damn face. How plain is that? They ain't going to look at no spirit. They're going to look at no spook. They're going to look in his face. He's going to be talking to them. Right? And they shall be no night there shall be no need for no candles, there neither light of the sun, for the Lord will give them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. Meaning that y'all gonna be the light on the planet, because that they're in the world of the Amen beings of the God race, their light that they have on the planet comes from their solar plex. I'm going to explain what I mean. The power is going to come from their inner sun, from their solar plex. They won't need an outside sun. Their solar plex will light the planet. Just them being here will bring light onto the planet, eternal light from their solar plex, right? As they're all together aligned. They'll be the new light on the planet. There won't be no need for the sun. That's what they're telling you. There won't be no need for no sun. So when you hear the damn white man talking about the ozone layer, that's fine. Let the ozone layer, let the sun burn the damn planet. It's supposed to, right? Let me see. And there shall be no need for candles nor sunlight. The Lord will give them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said unto me, these are the faithful and true. And the Lord God, holy prophet, sent his angel to show unto them his servants the things that must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is that keep the saying the prophecy of this book. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I heard and seen, and I fell in worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Right? In other words, this guy John, saw a messenger come to him in a vision and sent him intelligence on these things that are going to come. Because I said this world coming in was the most important thing about this. It was about the evolution of this world coming in. It ain't about what the white man doing. It ain't about the beast doing in this present day, because this is all artificial. Where I kept telling y'all, this don't mean nothing. None of this is real. The true world of the gods coming in, the true world of the almond beings, that's going to be the real world, not this bullshit here. All right? And I said bullshit. All right? Let me see. And behold, let me see. And he said unto me, the sayings of the faithful and true. Wait a minute. And I saw John these things. I heard them. And he said, and he fell down and worshipped in the feet of the angel that showed thee the things to come. And then saith unto me, see thou do it not, for I am the fellow servant and thy brethren and prophets, and them which keep the sayings of this book worship God. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, and for the time of his hand. In other words, seal the prophecies of the book. In other words, until the future. You understand? To seal up the prophecies of this book, that this book was meant for the future, not for his time, not for that guy John's time. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. In other words, he was telling John, don't go, this is not a book for his time. He said, don't go out here trying to preach this book that he's seen. He said, the people that's doing this stuff they doing in his time, leave them alone. Let them do what they doing. This is a future book for the elect. This is bringing up the elect. This is a future book. He was telling us, it's not for him to go. It wasn't for him to go and preach this book to the people of his time. All right? And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. And every man according to his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do the commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the city, talking about the new city to come, all right? And the tree of life, meaning that knowledge, that future knowledge to come. For without our dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You understand? That meaning that city won't have those type of people there. It won't have no whoremongers and faggots and murderers and all this other madness and thugs and gangsters and you niggas in the hood. Y'all not going to be there. And I, Jesus, meaning the Son of Man, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and the morning star. Morning star meaning intelligence, the one to see in the darkness. And in the spirit and the bride says, come. And let him that heareth say, come. And let him that is Azarus come. And whomsoever will let him take the water of life freely, meaning the intelligence freely. Who will let him take the intelligence freely, the water of life? For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. In other words, if anybody should come in here and try to add on, like certain people are adding on, talking about they coming with Islam and they're going to add on and aka make up shit, lie, you understand? Adding on, making up stuff. They're gonna suffer the plagues. Why? Because the people that came, like a lot of your preachers and your pastors and whatnot, trying to add on and want to follow the ways of the beast, And these people that adding on, they causing confusion. That's why I said they're going to be put in play. This is not a book of confusion right here. This is a future intelligence book for the elect. So anybody that's not teaching out of this book this way, teaching it as a future intelligence book, you're going to suffer these plagues because you're causing confusion. This book is not meant to be confused in this day and time. All right. All right. Well, plagues within this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take his part out of the book of life. Meaning that if you take anything out, like what the churches is doing now, they altering this book. They altering the book of Revelation. The churches, they making it so that you can have faggots and lesbians and things like that, so you can be, you can do anything you want and follow this. They already telling you, so they already been sealed because they trying to cause more confusion. They already rewriting the book of Revelation. That's already being done. God shall take his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city from the things which are written in this book, meaning they won't see the new world. They won't be in the next world to come. And he that testifieth these things saith, surely I come quickly. Amen. Even so come Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. The grace of our Lord, amen. The grace of our Lord, the Son of Man, be with you all. Amen. And that's it. So we finished off this book at 10:29. All right, and I haven't checked the chat room because I didn't want to be missing anything. Dan, he said, "Has the broadcast? I got to restart this." Let me see. I hope everybody got it. Said they lost connection. I'm reopening the chat room. Can everybody hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay. I'm trying to see if everyone is here. All right. Can everyone hear me? I'm good. Okay, you good? All right. All right. So we went through this book. I'm glad those who stayed was patient and whatnot, because I know it's a lot of heavy reading. I never read the book before. I never read the book. You can hear it and how I was going through it. It just had me to say that I had to translate that book. And it was necessary because everything in it now, it makes sense. You understand? This is a future intelligence book. Nobody's going to break it down like that. Nobody's going to have insight into the book. You understand? If they're not teaching, how can these people of today break down the book of Revelation in religion if their knowledge is of the past? If their churches, if their beliefs, whether they're Christians, Muslims, Israelites, all these people, their beliefs are of the past. They come out of the beast. How can you break that down and that's a future book? You would have to bring future knowledge. Thank you very much, Natural. How do these people, like I said, I'm glad you stayed with me and whatnot. It was tedious at times and whatnot going through this book. If we have any questions, you can call up right now because we got about 30 minutes left in the broadcast. We got 35 minutes. Anybody got any questions about anything I said? I'm taking questions on this book. Like I said, for you religious people out here, the hell with you. All right, the hell with you religious people, because y'all want somebody to translate the book and be nice and sweet about it, but that's not a nice and sweet book. All throughout that book is talking about death and destruction. Death and destruction and reconstruction, the regeneration of a new, and redirection and reconstruction of a new people. So, like I said, if you niggas are faint at heart out there, if you don't like me saying the word nigga or bullshit or whatever you got a problem with, oh well. You niggas in the church, the stuff y'all doing is bullshit. The lies you telling is bullshit. You understand? No real, true, and living God got a problem with that word, or that only you got a problem with, because your religious leaders told you you shouldn't use language like that. Well, if he don't want you to use language like that, maybe y'all should stop bullshitting people. How about that? Stop telling lies. Stop being whoremongers. Stop telling everybody it's okay to be faggots and lesbians and molesting the young boys in the church. Why don't you stop that? You understand? That's disgusting. Not the word bullshit or saying nigga or whatever, because like I said, that's what it's about. This is real. That's dealing with that. That book is dealing with death and destruction and the birth of a new people coming up, because after death has to come a rebirth. So like I said, if anybody have any questions, anybody have any comments or anything you want to say or add on to it, go on ahead. Ask me anything. You understand? I wanted to make sure I made it. Did I make everything clear? Everybody in the chat room tell me just by signifying, by putting the word clear. Was everything clear? Even if it was unclear, go ahead and ask me the question in the chat room, because I will not be breaking that book down again. It was tedious. It was long. I do not like reading. I am not a reader, but something told me that I had to break down that book. You understand? I had to break down that book, and I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't think it would take 3 nights, but I'm glad it's over. Because I am not a reader. The mentor is not a reader. The intellectual is not a reader at all. That's hard as hell getting through. Thank you, dear. You understand? So, like I said, it's a future intelligence book. And it's talking about all people coming together and keeping the ways of the Most High, the true and living God, Amen. We already know the true name of God, the true and living God, Amen, and that we are a race of them, and that we're supposed to be living toward the 144,000. And the only way to do that is to start building a community right now amongst our people, the 144,000, to come together now. You understand? Because we're not out here living for this world anymore. You understand? Exactly, Crystal. I like that. We're not out here living for this world no more. We're not out here, like I said, where it talked about the people casting their lots in to build a new society, a new city. It's talking about the people coming together, right, to build together, to build a new community together, so we amongst each other. So we ain't got to be amongst the beasts, because the whole thing is to start coming together collectively, so we ain't got to be going outside to depend upon the beasts and whatnot to feed each other and do things. We should be selling things to the people who are outside of the covenant in order for us to move forward collectively, so we amongst each other. Okay, we got a call. 347. We got a call. Taking
Hello?
calls. 347, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Can't complain, still breathing. Yeah, I came in kind of late to the jump off, but I wanted to ask you a question as far as you saying about the Emerald City. You're saying that basically our solar plexus is going to be illuminating the city. We're not going to need no sun and no moon.
Nope.
And I was basically like trying to visualize that. And my question is, would our bodies would have to change in order for that to happen? Okay. That was basically the question, because I was basically trying to visualize it with this body we occupying right now.
Well, the whole thing is that the Amen beings, the elect, the 144,000, our people are supposed to be on a path to becoming like the Amen beings, the God race, the ones that they refer to as God and the angels, which is actually a race of people, which is supposed to be us in the future after we've overcome these things here on earth and we have evolved to a whole other stage. As I said, the book of Revelation is a book of evolution for the black race, those who are amongst the black race.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
And their world, the world, when they talk about their world, their kingdom come on earth, they talk about a new world, a new earth, and a new heaven. It's talking about that their world, just as our world is going to go through a transformation, their world is going through a transformation as well. Just as we are becoming more like them, they're becoming greater. You understand? So they're going through an evolution as well. That's what that's talking about. Their world is changing as well. And we're supposed to be after the order of them.
So that the new city, basically the Emerald City, is that going to be on this planet, or is that going to be on another planet, or is
It'll be this planet? It'll be this planet.
So this planet is evolving, basically.
Yeah, it's the planet's going through an evolution. That's why when they talk about the solar showers and it coming, because this planet has always been going through an evolution. When the solar showers, when the meteorite showers came and killed the dinosaurs, that represented a new evolution, because their blood and their flesh and everything had to go into the earth to create fossil fuel for the new race to come, the people to walk the earth. So just as that's happening, the human race, their bodies have to go into the earth as well. They have to be destroyed, and their body has to go into the earth as well as fertilizer to create a new world.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Well, you're not going to get this from the people in the church or your so-called philosophical people, see, because they caught in the past and the present. Their mind is not in the future. The true people that are of the true and living God, they're going to be talking about the future, not the past and not the present. These people in Christianity and Islam and Judaism, Masonry, all that other madness, that nonsense, like I said, they caught in the past. They received, they copying from the white man. Their philosophy, their beliefs come from the white man. So
yeah,
forget
definitely.
them. Forget them. The Pan-Africanists, Negroes, the Egyptologists, all that madness got to go.
Yeah, definitely got to turn the page. Basically, close the book on that chapter and start writing.
Close the book. That's done, brother. The elect is gathering right now. Go to the som.info. You understand? I don't know if you my friend on Facebook.
Yeah,
what
I'm
city?
on the Self Fluid.
Oh, Self Fluid. What's going on, brother? All right,
Yeah.
all right. You in New York or you where you at again?
I'm out here in Brooklyn.
Oh, you in Brooklyn? All right, so we're gonna see you at the next Superman Superwoman project on the 26th, right?
26th. That's this. Oh, that's next month, right?
August 26th.
All right. I'll definitely be there, man.
We gathering brother. You know what it's about right now? It's about actually gathering the elected 144,000. This ain't no religious thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to let people know right now. This ain't no new church. This ain't nobody sitting there in no robes singing and all that like bullshit. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not religion. What this is a future intelligence group, because the Armin beings, the God race, the state of Mentel is receiving future intelligence from the God race in this day and time. That's what this is. So the ones of our people who are looking to survive this thing and coming together and building and consuming the things we need, that's what we building here.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All right.
Yeah, out with the old and with the new.
Out with the old and with the new. I want to see all the people who claim they of the elect. Do you feel that you are the elect?
Of course, man. That's why I'm here.
All right. Then let's see who's of the elect. We're gonna see as we doing the Supermen Superwomen project who's really of the elect, because it ain't gonna be no more. Oh, I'm of the elect, but we ain't over here coming together building this new covenant and this new family. That's what it's about. We're not trying to partake in the ways of the beast no more. We're not partaking with these niggas no more. We done with them. They with the beast, man. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right,
man. Thanks for taking my call, man.
Definitely, brother. All right. We got another call, 914. 914, you're on the air.
How you doing, Brother Newman?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to state what you had just said, that this is not a religious thing. You know, people see that you breaking down the book of Revelations, and they're like, oh, that's that church shit, and that's not what this is.
No, it's not.
You broke it down real for us in 3 parts, and I appreciate that. And this ain't about no spookism or spiritual. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, because it'll turn a lot of our people off. The ones of our people supposed to be coming to this, because it's supposed to be for the young generation and the one, not just even the young, but the ones who in tune. But a lot of times the older people, the problem is they want to bring their religion. They want to be, oh, well, why y'all got to say bullshit? Why you got to say this? You got to say, because the elect are going to be mad as hell. And we mad and we dissatisfied. We don't want to hear your religious rant, and we don't want to hear your bullshit. We just going to say it how it is. We don't want to hear your Christianity no more. We don't want to hear your Islam. We don't want to hear your Israelitism. We don't want to hear your Pan-Africanism. We don't want to hear your bullshit Egyptology. We don't want to hear any of that no more. The elect are new people coming on the planet. That is the supermen and the superwomen, the supermental beings. We trying to get this projection going, so we can start receiving this intelligence to guide us into the future. If that's not going to happen, like I said, if you got people that's not with that evolution, then the hell with them, man. Anybody got a problem with that? Because, like I said, there's no way people could have mistook this as me doing some religious reading and whatnot, because people are going to do that. They're going to say, oh, there's some religion, and this, and because it's just their way to trivialize it and discard it so they can go back and do the ways of the beast. That's all.
Exactly. That's why I just had to call in and make that known. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is.
Yeah, you got to explain that to them. Got to explain that to them. Got to let them know this ain't no religious thing. Because we had a lot of listeners in on this thing, and I already know they didn't expect me to go and break that whole book down. Because that's some tedious shit right there. I'm gonna say it just like it's tedious.
I know.
I'm like sitting here like, oh, come on. I'm not never doing that again. I did it one time. You put it in the podcast. So if anything should ever happen to me and whatnot, you guys, the intellectual, the mentor broke it down. Here you go right here. This is what it is.
Exactly.
We're going to actually see this. And so I ain't got to do this again. It's recorded. I didn't even put it in no book. Even if it's recorded in a book, somebody going to have to transcribe it from the recording because I'm not doing that again. Ain't no way in hell. I'm not a reader. I am not a reader.
I hear you. I was keeping up with you and everything.
That was hell going. I'm gonna tell you straight up. That was hell going through that book because I am not a reader. I am of the new world. I'm just, and they must know I'm of the new world because they just give me the knowledge. They send it straight to me because they gonna be messed up if they put it in the book for me because I ain't gonna get it. I'm that nigga that ain't gonna read it. I ain't reading nothing.
I hear you.
I ain't got time. So. I am not reading it.
Wow. Again, I have to say thank you very much for that because now I have something to go back to so I can break it down myself also. You know, I was keeping up with you on the past 3 parts, but now I can just listen to it and break it down for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got the full,
You got the full guide. I'm listening.
Yeah, I got the ultra stand and everything of it, but I like to go back and, you know, just refresh my mind and everything all over again. So this was on point.
I had to go back. I'm going to have to go back and look. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, I was receiving intelligence on it as I was reading. It was coming clearer to me because, like I said, I never read that book before. I am not a reader. I have never read it before. That's the first. What I'm doing with y'all, what I did for y'all for the first these 3 nights, I was just reading. The book was new to me. I knew about it. I just knew it was something relevant in the evolution of our people, so I had to read it because this is where our people are, the ends of our people. We in the book of Revelation. That's why we got a lot of listeners to this broadcast because they know that this is the final book. This is the final book, and we're about to go through this evolution right now. And you see the things happening in the book right now. That's why I describe the people. I describe the people in there.
Yeah. Everything you say is in there.
Yeah.
You said you never even read it, but it's in there. It's there.
Yeah.
So people need to wake up.
Yeah, well, like I said, the majority of our people, they're going to go back to church. They're going to go back to the mosque. They're going to go back to that. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, that was good. Thank you, brother. And they're going to go back to their moral science. Exactly. And they're going to go back to their bullshit from the white man. Like I said, thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, you ain't going to say, okay, brother, when's the next class? We got to start getting the elect together because they not of the elect. They just going to hear it. And that's said that in there. They just going to hear it, and they're going to go, yeah. They're going to be like, good. They're going to be naysayers and gainsayers. They don't really acknowledge this to be true. They think I'm just reading the book. They think I'm just reading the book. When I told you, I said our people are not part of the human race. And I said the white man going to tell you that soon. And where's he telling you? And did he not post that in the article?
Yep.
He telling you now. He going to tell you the truth. But like I said, to a lot of our people need the white man to say something before they acknowledge me to say it because, you know, what that nigga know. That nigga don't know nothing. So, you know, whatever.
Yeah, they think it's a game. So they think it's a game.
Yeah, they think it's a game. It's not no game. You're going to see a lot of our people dying off the planet. And a lot of them, they're going to be put to death because they don't serve no purpose. These Negroes, they mentally dead. They're not here to raise the elect. I'm just here to work. That's why I said I kept talking about the bright race, the bright race, the bright race. That's the elect. That's all I'm concerned with. I'm not interested in the rest of these Negroes.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it. Now, tomorrow we do the show. Like I said, we do the broadcast on the thug thing and whatnot. These niggas in the hood, and you know, we just gonna bring that out on them because we trying to raise the elect from amongst them. Because I'm not doing it because I care about these niggas in the hood. I really don't. But what I'm doing it for, because they already done signed themselves over to the beast. They already with the beast. I'm doing it to bring the elect out of them, to make them stop, get from amongst them. That's what I'm doing it for, because you got to drop bombs on the people in order to bring out the raw material. You got to explode. You got to cause an explosion to bring a separation.
Exactly.
You know, you got to say things that are going to resonate to them. You got to do broadcasts dedicated to the evolution of them. And this broadcast tomorrow will be dedicated to the evolution of those people who are in that thug life nonsense. We're talking that bullshit about thug life and still running that circle of nonsense and madness. And we're running through the whole hip hop thing.
Right.
You know? So.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got a good understanding of it. You know. So. You know.
I did. Well, thank you again. I'm going to let you continue on.
Yep. Thank you for calling in. You are appreciated. Like Tupac said, you are appreciated. All right.
Thank you. Okay,
all right.
Good night.
Good night. August 26th. August 26th will be the next Supermen, Superwomen project. Like I said, we gather in the elect of our people. Our people who say, oh, yeah, brother. Like I said, I'm not paying no attention to nobody who's sitting up here saying, yeah, brother, I'm with what you say I'm with. No, you're not. If you ain't here with us, you ain't with us, man. That's what it is. The elect is coming amongst us because there ain't nothing else out here in the world. If you niggas still out here in the world as individuals, you ain't with the elect. I'm trying to gather up the elect of our people right now. You understand? In one collective. The ones of our people, y'all, you ain't know this, you got your left foot in and your right foot out. Bullshit. None of that. Either you here with both feet planted firmly in the future or you stay with the beast, man. We don't need no well wishes. We don't need nobody, yeah, brother, I wish you right, brother, you right. I don't need nobody patting me on my back. I ain't here for that. I'm not here for accolades. I'm not here. I didn't break the book down so niggas be like, yeah, brother, that was deep and that was heavy. Nah, nigga, go to the conscious movement and get deep and heavy with them. Either you of the elect and you come in here. That the whole thing was to bring the elect toward us. That was the whole thing, to bring our people together. The evolution has started. You understand? The evolution has started. Where we walking in with the clear slate now. We got the clear slate because the ones of our people who've already recognized that these religions are no longer necessary in the evolution of our people, you understand? Then you're going to come to where the evolution is taking place. You understand? If you're not here, then I know that you're phony. The Most High knows that you're phony. The almond beings know that you're phony. You understand? You already showed yourself to be phony because the true people of this message will be here in the Supermen, Superwomen project. They will be here amongst the 144,000. They will be the new citizens of the state of Mentel. They will be part of the new tribe and the new family that's going to receive this future knowledge on earth. They're not going to sit around here and wait till we got a whole bunch of people coming and whatnot. You niggas that's here, y'all here to socialize. Like I said, you like they said in the Bible, you lukewarm niggas. You not cold or hot. You niggas is lukewarm. Oh, yeah, brother, I agree. I'm not talking to the brother that call, but like I said, whoever it fits, I'm talking to whoever it fits. Yeah, brother, you right, brother. Okay, we need help over here. Come over here with your elect. Come build this community. Let's go. Okay, brother, and then don't see you. You niggas full of it, man. Y'all full of it. You nigga women, y'all full of it. We don't want no well wishes amongst us because, like I said, it goes right back into the Revelation where it say, the words would be sweet in the mouth, but it's bitter in the stomach. You understand? Meaning y'all like how I'm spitting it. You like the words that's coming out my mouth. It's dropping jewels and breaking the wisdom down on it. But then when come time to come amongst your family, amongst the 144, the Mentalians, the intellectuals, and live this as the true elect, the 144,000. Oh, I gotta live like that. I don't know. I got my job. I still smoke my weed. I got my girl. You know what I'm saying? Son. Y'all niggas got head, man. Y'all niggas go to the conscious community where you can do all that bullshit. Go over there with them. We don't want no bullshit people with us. This ain't no religious thing. This is a future intelligence thing for the intellectuals. That's what it is for. You niggas that's thinking it's a game, go somewhere else, man. Don't listen to my broadcast. This ain't for you. Don't listen. Don't listen to me. I'm not for you. I'm here for the elect. I'm not here for you. I don't need you listening to me. You understand? Least be of some assistance. Hell, a white man, they'll offer me some damn money to sponsor the show. At least they'll serve a purpose for that. The beast will serve a purpose to offer some money to sponsor the show. I don't need it, but whatever. Well, you said, well, where you at, Zeus Moore? Where you at? Well, come where y'all coming from? Tell me where everybody coming from. Because, like I said, if you are of the elect, if you are of the bright race, if you are here in New York, I'm talking about you people in New York. Y'all in New York, y'all ain't got no excuse. Y'all supposed to be here supporting this. If you are of the 144,000, where are you calling from? Where are you people coming from? If you, like I said, y'all supposed to travel in a caravan to get here. You understand? Y'all supposed to break your necks to get here because it's the only thing we got coming here. Ain't nothing else for us here in this society. You understand? Well, let me tell you this. If y'all all the way in Illinois, because there's going to come a time in September, I say to everybody who's saying they listening to what I'm saying, but I want the people in New York, the people who are listening, the people in New York, I want to see all y'all faces. August 26th, I want to see y'all faces, the ones who here. Now, don't wish, brother. We ain't wishing. In September, want everybody, the people that's listening to me, that's liking this broadcast, so you turning on to this. That's how you start turning people on to this broadcast amongst you. Start turning people on to it. Y'all get together in Voltron and get into a caravan, and then y'all come here. Y'all raise the money. Y'all make it happen. Get your people together. You understand? You understand? Everybody, like I said, the elect, if you are the elect don't make excuses, brother. We don't make excuses. We make it happen. You understand? I'm carrying this thing on my back, and I brought people into this. I had to get out in the street with brothers and whatnot, and we had to teach, and we had to go amongst everybody and teach. You understand? We didn't have to make excuses because excuses wouldn't have got this radio broadcast done. You understand? Excuses don't get the Supermen, Superwomen projects done. Not having is no excuse for not getting. God don't make excuses, brother. I'm just saying it to everybody out here who got an excuse. God don't make no excuse. God make it happen. You understand? We pushing past our limitations in this thing. If you are of the elect, if you are of the God race, make it happen. I don't want to hear no excuse. It shouldn't be no excuse. I don't have excuses for nothing. I make it happen every day. I don't work for nobody. I started my own beverage company. I don't work for nobody. You understand? I started pulling my damn water in carts, shopping carts, in the cold, till I got a car, till I started delivering, till I got customers, till we started making teas and things like that. There's no excuse for not having. There's no excuse for not getting. God makes it happen. No more this sorry-ass black man shit about, oh, well, we ain't got because we ain't got no job or because we ain't got no money. Then get it. Get it. Make it happen. This should bring the God out of you. Don't be the sorry-ass black man that's sitting around here waiting on a handout, that's sitting around here waiting for the next drugs to sell, and then waiting for the beast to deliver drugs in his neighborhood so you niggas could sell or next guns to sell or crimes to commit. You ain't got to do that. Gather your people amongst you, the ones who are listening. Gather the brothers amongst you who are listening, the sisters that are listening, traveling groups, traveling caravans, because we're building a new community. You understand? We in the time of the 144,000 right now. This is supposed to be happening. Y'all, me doing this broadcast and breaking this down as I am, taking this time because I'm following orders. I'm answering to a higher authority. I don't answer to the beast. I'm answering to a higher authority and coming out here to get my people. I got to go amongst the Muslims and go amongst the Christians and the Israelites and all these established groups that's receiving their power from the beast, and I got to go out here in the power of the true and living God, Amen, to find my people. And I'm out here, and I'm not making excuses. So now I don't want to hear nobody's excuse. You understand that? You understand that? The true, you didn't hear, and not one time in that book did the elect didn't blame the beast. The elect still came together after everything the beast done did, cast things in their way, cast about. Like I said, the biggest stumbling blocks is casting our way is our own people, our own selves. And I said that, and it said it in the book. Our own people cast stumbling blocks in our way. But like I said, we can remove them ourselves. The beast ain't cast no stumbling block. He ain't no stumbling block if you really want to be here. You understand? See, because this thing is supposed to be sped up. You understand? Either you with the elect and you trying to speed up the progress and you're going to be in that book of life, that's real, that future book, or you niggas are you with these niggas in the past and the black race that's slowing up the progress. Because the black race is slowing up the goddamn progress. Because they still love the world of the beast. They with the beast. Forget these niggas. You understand? Forget them. They passed in prologue. It told you in the book of Revelation, these niggas are going to be dead. They're going to go with the beast, man. You understand? We're not out here living for this world, man. This world is finished, man. It's all an illusion, man. These niggas with their drug dealing, they rap contracts, they 401k, you niggas shooting each other in the hood. You niggas on y'all way out of here, man. You black women worrying about your lace front goddamn wigs and the white man and your 401k plan at your good nigga job, your good yes master goddamn job. You nigga women are on your way out with the nigga man. This is real, man. You know? You niggas running around carrying basketballs and footballs for the beast and getting your $1 million contract. You niggas on your way out too. You niggas ain't got you niggas begging the white man for jobs in Hollywood to act in his movies. Y'all on y'all way out too. You understand? Y'all on y'all way out too. So this is all coming to our people right now. This is about the evolution of our people. If I could stand up here and read this book of Revelation and go through it and take the time out because I want to raise the minds of my people, the elect, then y'all can sit up here and, like I said, become a part. Give yourselves unto the mission. Give yourselves to this mission. Same way the brothers gave themselves in the rise of the nation. They gave themselves in the rise of the community when Dr. York was doing. Give yourselves in the rise of this new state, this new society that's coming up, this elect. You understand? Be amongst the elect. Because like I said, this world ain't got nothing to offer us out here. And I'm going to tell you something. Even our people who are not even in the world, we're going to prosper more than these people who are of the world. The people who are not focused on the money and on the ass and everything else, y'all niggas, these niggas chasing in this society, we're going to get all that and then some. Because we not in it. Haven't you heard, like I said, when you get people, the people who get the most are the people who don't focus on it. You understand? The people that are going to get the money, the people that are going to achieve things in life, these are the people who are not focused on it. But these people who are focused on it, these people who are chasing it, that's why these niggas going to forever be in the hood. They're going to forever be trying to outsell each other, sell drugs, kill each other, shoot each other, stab each other, murder each other, kill each other down, everything being grimy toward each other because they're going to always be in pursuit of that. They're always going to be chasing the dollar. They're always going to be running the rotation like a dog chasing his tail. That's the black race. Y'all always going to be chasing these things in society, and you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. And if you do get it, it don't last. You niggas in the hood selling weed, selling drugs, playing football, playing sports, none of that shit lasts. It don't last. Will you ever see these niggas after their football career, their basketball career, all these niggas that living for the beast? You ever hear anything about them again? These niggas are not broke. Look at Terrell Owens. Look at this big dummy. Look at this big black dummy. You understand? Here the damn white man done took all his money. You understand? This coon, the white man done took this coon money, right? And he did something here doing reality show. His baby mamas done took all his damn money. Now this nigga got to go and play. What is he playing now? What does he want to play now? In the UFL. This nigga got to run around for another 15 to 20, 10 to 5 or 10 years banging himself up. You understand? Like an idiot. You understand? He got to run around banging himself up for another 5 or 10 years because he loved the beast. Because he was caught up. He trusted the beast. Now look at that nigga now. Look at him now. Look at you black men in the hood. Y'all shoot each other up, sell drugs, rep that street life bullshit and that honor amongst thugs nonsense. And look at you niggas. Where you niggas end up at? In jail or shot up or locked up? You know, you niggas rep that whole bullshit mentality, and at the end of the day, you end up in the ground or in jail. You understand that? That's what it's coming to, and that's prophecy. That's supposed to happen. Good. That's what I say to that. Good. Because you niggas refuse to serve our evolution. You refuse to be part of the evolution. So now you're gonna be part of the revolution, and you're gonna be part of the destruction. And it said that in the book of Revelation, these niggas would fail. And they failed. The black race done failed. You understand? Now it's time for the bright race to come up. If you black men, you black women, you acknowledging what I said was the truth tonight, and all I did was give you what was in the book in your face, then you come with me. You come amongst the elect. You understand that? That's real. Those of you who ain't really, I like what you said, brother. That was inspiring. That was deep. Go to hell. I tell you old people, you young people, go to hell. You ain't with us. Go to hell. We don't need your well wishes. This is for soldiers. This is for men and women, the real soldiers, the real God race, the elect. You niggas ain't of it. You still want the old world. You holding up progress. You understand that? Raw and uncut, man. Go to hell. Go with the beast. Die with him. Burn him. I don't give a goddamn if you old, if you elderly, if you young and whatnot. You ain't with this right here. You go to hell, man, because you still want to support this. You want to give your life. I got more respect for them old women who sit up here and give their life to the beast when they sit up there in the Jehovah's Witness thing. Even though they sit up here, they be old on damn canes out there pushing that Jehovah's Witness bullshit. You understand? But they'll get out there and push it. You understand? They'll get out there and push it. I got respect for them because they'll get out there because they really about it. So I don't want to hear, and they be on canes old. So I don't want to hear nothing about what y'all can't do. You mean what you don't want to do. We're about to close out. Join us tomorrow night. We're going to talk about these clown thug niggas, the hood mentality. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go in depth because I said these guys are a bunch of undercover homos, I think personally. And I'm going to break it down. You're going to see these niggas talking that thug nonsense. We'll deal with that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We're going to be talking about it. It'll be posted up in Facebook. Keep a watch out on that. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz. This has been State of Mental Radio. We signing off. Join us at 9. I'm trying to see what I want to end out with. All right, I'll end out with this Still Dope by Star. Good night.